it is me, your cousin Roman. We have not hung out for a long time. Let us go bowling.
Shirley? Shirley!
Shirley! I erupted with passionate pleasure, and she had an orgasm. They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom.
Are you deaf? Porn?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live recording of the attack of the 54 nerds. Make some noise!
That's some noise.
Wow, the acoustics in here are awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, both of them people sounded really loud.
I know, they really did. Hello, it's episode 94 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast, and my name is Mike Bell, and we are once again live from Geek Retreat in Warrington, surrounded by all of the people who are either in front of us or behind us who we're misses. Let's get started on the show.
We've started like we mean to go on.
I've got a little bit Kenneth Williams this week.
Mrs.
Oh, Metro, no.
You'll have to bear with me a bit. Okay, so, yeah, my name's Mike Bell, and let's start on my right-hand side today with Douglas.
My name is Doug.
It
and
is.
I run Geek Retreat Warrington, where we host this every month. It's
You do?
awesome. It's awesome.
Good.
What have I been up to, mate?
What have
Oh, loads, mate. Let me tell you. Oh, my God. Right, where do I start? So
Beginning's usually a good place.
I'll tell you where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with last weekend because it was this shop's 3rd year anniversary.
I meant to come down, mate, but I
It
couldn't.
was
So.
no, I understand. It was you couldn't. It was. You were there for the first one, weren't
I
you?
told you about me exhaust basically hanging
Yeah,
off. My
it
dad's sorted a little bit, but it's still not good for long
You
journeys.
can borrow the Astra if you want.
Can do now, yeah. True.
If you want.
Do you drive down to me, lend us your car, and I'll drive it back.
No problem. I'll
Okay.
do that. Yeah, so it was really lovely because we didn't make a massive deal like we have done in the last few years.
Yeah.
Like so, year one, you guys did a podcast
we had a
during the
party,
day.
Yeah.
We did the cosplay competition like we
Yeah,
always
yeah,
do. Sadly, George.
You were cosplaying, I saw you.
Yeah. Sadly, John, the guy who usually judges for me, who is Judge Dredd,
All right.
he's actually in South Africa, so he couldn't come down.
Well,
which is
if
a
I'd
shame.
have been able to make it, then a different John could have judged it for you.
Oh, that'd have been amazing.
Should've
Don't
got the
tell me what I
train.
could have won.
I should have got the train, shouldn't I?
I want to know what I could have won. But yeah, it was really nice. I got a wonderful picture, which is the goal of the day for me was on day one when we opened 3 years ago. The people were outside waiting to come in, and I've got hold of Robin, my youngest daughter. She was 1 year old at the time, and I took a selfie, and they were all there in the background, and we mimicked that. So I've got a 4-year-old in my hand this time. Who's giving it this? If you want to see what that was, Patreon, 'cause it's on camera. And the guys in the background, there's a lot of them that were actually there in the original picture, but I've also added my other customers that are here all the time and everything. And Sean, shout out to Sean, on day one he wore a beanie hat which was Snorlax.
Right.
Wore the same hat on the same.
Nice.
3 years later he
Nice,
dusted
I
it
like
off.
it.
It was really good, and it was just a lovely day. And Geek Warrington is gonna keep going for as many years as I can probably put up with it.
we've had the conversation, mate.
Everybody's like, "Oh God, this shop's changed my life." I'm like, "Yeah, me too." He's like, "Oh, it makes me so happy." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, you okay?
He's like, you know, somebody said to me the other day, he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, they're not."
This wanker said to me,
no,
right?
No, it's not that. I just because I was going to get him to clarify. It's like the weather's been gorgeous, and I was like, "Oh, I'm really jealous. I can see the weather, but I can't get out there and do stuff."
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, you're like me, aren't you? You're just like a big white, big pale Viking." I went, "No, I've just been indoors for 3 years. I've not seen the sun." My great grandfather was Italian. You can't tell. Yeah, but yeah, well that's been us. It's been amazing. The other things I want to talk about are later on in the show anyway.
All right,
so,
fair enough.
Yeah, so.
Who's on my left? Why, it's only the world's most coded man. It's Paul Griggs. Yeah. That?
Yeah, it's Paul. Paul Indecision.
Language.
Paul? Why is his name erotica?
What have I been up to? Glad you asked.
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of theatre.
Ooh,
and it all seems to
with you.
all seems to no this is other stuff I went with Joshua, and it all seems to it revolve around puppets, funnily enough.
do you want me to get him out and he can ask you about it?
I beg your pardon.
Wow. Turn your volume down a touch. You're really loud.
On that one. There we go.
Tell me about it, Paul.
So for Joshua's 18th birthday, we'd bought a trip down to London for a few days.
Yes.
So Kath went and saw Cabaret with him, and I went and saw
Adam West's favourite musical.
Kath can tell it better, but they did a whole there's a whole immersive experience around this version of Cabaret. So they were virtually in the show because they were in a table that was on the stage.
Yeah.
It's set in the 1920s Kit Kat Club, and so you're sat in the audience holding the club.
And yeah, Josh, the beforehand, the cast interact with the audience.
Oh right, okay.
And
I can relate.
Yeah. And then on the table they have a phone, and their phone rang, and Joshua had a conversation with somebody backstage, and then
did he get asked to open the money that was in his box?
No, but what did happen was at the intermission. Various members of the audience are dragged up onto stage to dance with the cast.
When you say dragged up onto stage, or do you mean brought up onto stage? Or?
Yes,
right,
but so Joshua has just had his West End debut dancing on stage in Cabaret. The show I went to see with him the following day was My Neighbor Totoro.
Well, you fucking pronounce that right.
Totoro?
Yes, there you go.
Okay. I don't. Whatever.
You sat and watched a fucking play about it for 2 hours or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure they pronounced it correctly every single time.
Totoro.
There you go. Say it like that then.
Yeah. I mean, you ever seen the movie? No. No. Okay.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Mike, you've seen it obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Totoro.
Yeah.
20-foot tall fucking puppet.
Oh,
basically. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, a bit bigger than you, John. But I mean, it's an amazing show. It used all the theatrical skills.
Yeah.
So it's not just straight acting. So you got acting, dancing, puppetry, mime, music, singing. So yeah, I mean, so again, you're familiar with the film.
Yes.
Cat bus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do a full size cat bus.
Wow.
On stage.
Cool.
It's
that sounds weird for anyone who doesn't know the movie or anything like that.
Yeah.
Saying cat bus.
Cat bus.
But imagine a bus that looks like a cat, or rather a cat that is a bus.
Yeah.
See, in my head, it was a bus full of cats.
No.
Yeah.
Cat bus?
Yeah.
How did we get to places to get on the cat bus?
Well, I went to see a improvised Harry Potter thing a few years ago, and someone mentioned about the duck bus, and the guy who was doing it was just like, I don't know what you mean, so let's just imagine a bus full of ducks, and everyone was like, no, that's not what it is. You're wrong.
Yeah, you know how they do those dragon dances.
Yeah, like the Chinese.
Yeah.
Streets.
So the cat bus is basically like that, except it's cat bus.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I mean, even the set, it's almost like the set is puppetry. The way they move it around and reset it and that it's all of a thing.
Yeah.
And I cannot recommend it enough. Whether you're into Studio Ghibli or anime, or whether you've never heard of it before or not, it's just a great show. It really is. It's at the Gillian Lynn Theatre on Drury Lane at the moment. Done by the RSC. So that's worth.
Isn't it a weird thing? The Royal Shakespeare Company are doing a play about a fucking 20-foot tall puppet.
Yeah.
Just as Shakespeare had it in his time.
Yeah. But then
forsooth, the outcast bus has appeared.
But then the following week, when we came back, Joshua and I went to see Warhorse, which also has large elements of puppetry in it. Yeah, no, it's not the one.
No nudity in this one.
It's not the one getting nude with a horse. It's the one about a horse in World War II.
Yeah.
But because a friend of mine from back when I used to do the BBV stuff.
Sure, for a moment I thought you were going to say back when I had friends.
Well, there's that as well. Yeah,
Did no one tell you life was going to be this way, Paul?
Joe Castleton, it's like her third time touring in this show.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen her in like 25 years, but I said to her, it's like, we're going to come see it, and we'll go for a pint afterwards and that. And she got us backstage.
Ooh.
So we got a quick tour round the backstage to have a proper look at. So I don't know if you know either the novel or the movie Warhorse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but this is it as a stage show, and you have horses, but they're puppets. But you just completely forget that there's three people operating this horse. Or the
is that one of the videos that thing he's got in his back room? Three people operating a horse.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Or
for more, go to Patreon.
I mean, how realistic are they in terms of puppetry?
They are stylized versions of the animals. Excuse me, but I mean, I got a really close-up look at all of the puppets when we got to go backstage. Wasn't allowed to take any photos or anything like that, but I mean, they're such an intricate design and what have you. But I mean, when you first meet the titular Warhorse, it's a pony.
Okay.
And it's still being operated by the three puppeteers who are responsible for that.
Are the
character.
puppeteers visible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're kind of dressed like, flat cap and this, that, and the other. The sort of clothes somebody who would be leading a horse round might be wearing back in the early part of the 20th century. So it's that sort of thing.
They're not like blacked out, so
no,
you can't see.
No,
them
it's
against
not.
the screen
It's
and
not
things
like that sort of thing. On Totoro, what you had a number of people who were specifically marked out as these guys are the puppeteers. They, a couple of them came on and kind of did a brief bow, and then they're all in black.
Forget you ever saw them.
and then
they don't exist.
And then what they did was they put a veil on.
Okay.
To basically say, I am now a puppeteer.
Yeah.
And that's what.
Oh my God, where did he go?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So for Warhorse, different thing entirely. So they were in costume
and around
appropriate, but they were still operating but for what happens is
what's this incy fucking spider?
there's a bit where you transition from when the horse is a pony to the full sized horse
stallion.
Yeah, and it's like an instant transition, and you don't see it coming, and it's
pony evolved into horse.
The way it works on stage, it's just brilliant. It's just like flash of light. The pony is very, very swiftly pulled away, and there's the big one behind it, and
misses.
From there, but I mean, they do a full-sized. Well, I say full-sized. They do an English tank.
Oh right, okay.
On World War I English tank on stage it was so good. I mean, again, I have to. It's still touring around the country until November. I want to say. Joe was saying that they were supposed to be going on further into next year, and indeed were supposed to be going over to America. But reasons they're now no longer doing that. But
right, okay.
it's a show that comes back and comes back and comes back. It's
I wish I did shit. It's like every time we do this, it's
I
like,
have at least one a
on
day,
my
mate.
right,
Somewhere
what
you're
have you
fine.
done? I've run this shop, continue. Fucking every time.
But you have fun stuff happening in it all
You
the time.
get to come to
do.
conventions with us.
Yeah, you're coming to one in
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
John?
John?
What's wrong with John? He's not
John?
moving.
No, I'm just having a sleep.
Oh, that's worrying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, don't do that.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Worth briefly mentioning that by the time this is out, the episode of 5 films that I was talking about last month will have dropped because that's going
So
on
my
to
challenge is to get this out tonight.
going on the YouTube channel
Unlucky.
tomorrow night. So you guys get to finally find out what my 5 films are.
Ah.
Yeah,
the
'cause
five
like, since I've not slept since last month.
Do you know what's really annoyed me? Do you know
That
what's really
explains
annoyed
a
me?
lot.
He said to me before about like he's got new films he's rented off the guy, and the guy's just like, oh, I've not got that. Let me get in. So you can get things off him that he hasn't already fucking got. He'll get them for you.
Well, not necessarily. It happened to be a thing that he's like, why haven't I got
Yes.
that?
I can make money off that.
That's the whole point of what I was saying before last month.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
What have I been up to, you ask?
No, not really.
All
But
the
you
way
know,
through
go
that
on.
puppet
You
talk,
do
I
you.
was trying to get to Kermit and I just couldn't get there. You just didn't set me up.
You can always get to Kermit.
I know, but I was like, I was even asking, like, are they intricate? Right, no, but did not really piss you off when you went, hey, how you doing? Hello.
You should have asked them. You know, are there any songs in the War Horse? No. Oh, it just made me wonder why. There's so many songs about rainbows.
There is a comedy goose.
So-
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you're sniggering at me. There's a comedy goose.
Right then, love, my mother-in-law. But let me tell you about this. I'm a comedy goose. Honk, honk. Right, let's go. Let's go.
But you can imagine.
Roy Honky Brown.
Paul, you're a fucking comedy goose.
Paul Griggs, comedy goose.
It's minimal set.
Still on this.
They'll fly in like a door and a window and that, and then whenever they're doing a thing with the farmhouse,
They then ask Mike, what are you going up to this month?
Yeah. And then Kermit the Frog turned up.
Do you know what? That was my fault for derailing it.
I'm riding a war
I
horse.
couldn't tell a joke. And then it still made me laugh. Mike, how's your month been, mate?
Do you know it's not been too bad?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Trying to think what I've been
Moving
up to
on.
now. Yeah. To be fair, yeah. Got some new tyres on my car.
Woo!
I genuinely can't think what I've been up to.
that's
What
not
have
as
I
exciting as
Watch-
putting a new
License plate on.
Watch a bunch of telly and stuff, yeah, just-
Just not to watch you be made. I'm not going to lie, that was mint.
I can't remember. I'm
Of
trying
course
to
he watched that
continue
little
trying to-
machine go off.
I've got plans tomorrow, but I can't.
Well, save that for next month, because then you can set your... What have you
Yeah.
been up to this month?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember last month when you said...
Yeah.
You can do some
Gonna have a
with
lovely
that?
day tomorrow, actually. But in terms of what I've actually done this month, I can't remember. To be honest with you.
You can't remember.
I'll ask you next month how much
Yeah.
money you spent on Lego. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do.
No, don't ask me that.
Joshua's very happy with his bonsai tree.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was his thing that he bought to go on one of his shelves in his new room.
It's a good build.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
2-in-1 build because obviously you got 2 different.
Yeah.
types of leaves you put on.
He went with the blossom,
Okay, cool. And then
which are made up of pink frogs.
yes,
That's weird.
why not? When you're far away, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's
The-
what-
these frogs are small. Those frogs are far
You
away.
see,
And this one's riding a bicycle.
Yay! No, see, Paul. The reason why they use frogs, okay, is it's called NPU, nice part usage. Okay, so they've had a shitload of pink frogs that they've made up or done by accident somewhere, and then they've said, "Well, can we use these?" I know, if we put them on there. Well, erotic are you guys?
I'm up.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for coming, everybody.
We've already
Lego
discussed that.
terminology. My God.
It's all right. Just wait till the talk talking about snot.
Fucking
Studs not on top. Wait.
on top.
Yeah, studs. Right. Seeing as you're so fucking bored of what me and I'm doing, let's talk about the things that I like to talk about instead. Fuck you guys. It's time for the 50-foot news.
You want news? We got news. It's time for the 50-foot news.
There we go. It's on video again. Yes, I forgot about that. Okay, so cameras have started rolling on the next movie, Avengers Doomsday, the next Marvel movie rather. And as we mentioned last month, there's a hell of a list of cast members already confirmed, but there's rumored there's more to come. The movie has started shooting now without a finalized script, and the reason why is because they need to finish signing contracts before they can officially say this person's in the movie and write a scene for them.
You've got to be so cocksure, haven't you? You've got to. It's
fucking Marvel, and they've got the Disney money truck.
No, it's like
they can get people into that movie. It's just a case of working out when they're available.
Yeah.
So, Jeff Snyder from the Hot Mic has provided a list of unannounced cast members who are said to be in the movie but just haven't done their contracts and stuff yet. How many of these do you want to see if I can get through in one go?
No, how many did you do last time? 26.
There was a lot.
Go on. I have a prediction.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, you have to say your prediction in
No.
advance. Otherwise, it's just an educated, just making a number.
I know. I have it marked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark.
Mine's
right.
mine. I'll give you a clue to mine. It's in a row.
Okay. I don't think there's that many. All right.
I win.
Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, Benedict Wong as Wong, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Don Cheadle as War Machine, Karen Gillan as Nebula, Jennifer Renner as Hawkeye, Marvel Ali as Miss Marvel, Dan Aguilera as Okoye, Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, Ki-Hu Kwan as Obi, Tenoya Paris as Monica Rambeau, Will Poulter as Adam Warlock, Dominic Thorne as Dreamy Williams, and there we go. Zohati.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't fucking pronounce her name, that's why. Xochitl Gomez as America Chavez, Sophia Del Martino as Sylvie / Lady Loki, Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Wonder Man, Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang / Stature, Wunmi Masoke as Agent B-15 from the TVA, Lashana Lynch as Maria Rambeau, Famke Janssen as Jean Grey, Halle Berry as Storm, Kai Zen as Phyla, the little girl from the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because I didn't have a fucking clue who that was when I saw it first time. Owen Wilson as Mobius, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, Sam Jackson as Nick Fury, Charlize Theron as Clea, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Hayley Atwell as Peggy Carter, Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, Vin Diesel as Groot, and Maria Bakalova as Cosmo. So,
you didn't quite get as far as I thought you would.
Yeah, but to be fair, you try saying Xochitl is how you pronounce her name. Xochitl. Imagine saying that without fucking taking a breath.
Is a sh sound. So.
Oh, X yourself then. Right. Yeah.
Because it's like Sholo Mariduena.
That was easy for you to say.
Yes,
that was the fucking the easy bit was to begin with the M, and he still fucked that up. So yeah.
Do we really need X? Can we just take it out?
Well, X go and give it to you.
What?
But how else would we get by with X?
Well, then I'll have it. X go and give it to me, and I'll have it, and I'll just keep it safe somewhere. And then we don't just
make sure to take some penicillin so you clear it up. It clears up at the end.
Xander. You know, where's the X there?
What would you call erotic movies then without an X?
Are you deaf? Porn. I keep saying this. Porn. It's easy to say.
The Avengers, the Triple X parody.
I have looked at a few videos on videos.com before now.
Yeah. She's coming.
Yeah. Louder love, she's coming. Anyways, right, we're gonna stay with Marvel because Chris Claremont don't give a fuck. So anyone who knows comics knows Chris Claremont, predominantly for his run on the X-Men series.
Yes.
And he's written some of the most iconic stories for the team and still works closely with Marvel today as a consultant, which makes him privy to a lot of information with regard to obviously the comics and indeed the movies. At a recent appearance at Huntsville Pop Culture Expo, he decided to throw all away his remaining fucks and just tell everyone what happens in Secret Wars. Okay?
Wow.
Including telling everyone that Robert Downey Jr. will play multiple characters in the movie, not just Doctor Doom, but also Iron Man and others. He's also... Chris Evans is going to be back playing Hydra Cap, as we expected, but also Standard Steve Rogers and Skinny Steve, and also Nomad.
Okay.
So, yeah. Elizabeth Olsen's going to be back as a good version of the Scarlet Witch. But the strangest thing that he said was that Wolverine and Psylocke, of all the X-Men characters, will be back, with Wolverine apparently killing someone important. I mean, to be fair, this info could be bollocks. It could be all from a previous version of the script and stuff like that. But if it's true, he's just gone, do you know what, lads?
Are they going to House of Emmett?
Well, we've been thinking that for years, you know.
It'd be fucking cool.
Just to have Lizzie Olsen just go, yeah, I want mutants. You know, it's a reverse House of M kind of thing.
I don't know what to think about that.
I would
I,
love.
I think it's more that they're taking out of the more recent Secret Wars that the entire multiverse is squashed down to Battleworld.
Yeah.
And then once we come out of
but then you get that-
Battleworld
but then you-
into the new
but then you
616.
get the fake, not the fakes. Yeah, it's a fake, isn't it? Yeah, the fake gauntlet.
Yeah, but to be
and
fair,
then have T'Challa wearing it. That image in that comic book is just so fit.
to be fair,
We'll-
what you're saying about like doing a house episode, we already have mutants in the MCU.
Yeah.
Ms. Marvel is a mutant, and there's a few
Yeah.
others and stuff like that. So they are there. They're just not very prevalent. It would just mean hoping that they expand. But what I want to see is if Lizzie Olsen does come back as Scarlet Witch, just have a scene with her and everyone's favourite old man who takes speed, Ian McKellen. Because obviously Magneto and Scarlet Witch are linked in the comics, which they haven't been able to do on the TV, in the TV shows and the movies and stuff like that. Her parents were just people who just lived in a building that got blown up by a Stark missile. They weren't anyone special.
Oh yeah, there's like they could use like a really good line, like I don't,
Yes,
I,
I'm
I,
your dad. I'm your dad.
I was
Yes,
gonna say,
I'm your dad from another
I
universe.
don't think it's ever been used before.
before.
I'm not sure if it's ever been used before. Like you could say like I am your father or something.
Oh,
yeah, that
Yeah.
could work. That.
Yes. I'm your father. Yes. Here's a glam drink. Hold it. Put it
Let's
in your
have a
hand.
selfie.
Yeah. Yes, let's get a selfie. Father and daughter. Can you lend me £50? I've got to pay my dealer off. Yeah. So we got that going there. But we will, as always, wait and see. Obviously, the upcoming Avengers flicks are gearing to be something different, obviously, indeed. And Scooper Cryptic 4K Qual, which is probably the worst Scooper name I've ever seen. And there's one called My Time to Shine Hello, and one called Can I Have Some Toast, Please, or something like that. They got weird names, these Scoopers. But yeah, this one seems to suggest that the movie will have multiple Marvel heroes appearing and even dying in one-off appearances. Which I would assume this is going to be so they can get like obscure heroes on the screen during multiversal scenes.
Convergence.
Well, what I'm
Have
seeing
people dying in it.
in my head, I see it as like, do you remember when they did Crisis on the Arrow TV shows, and you just get just quick scenes in all the various universes?
Yeah, so you had Earth 89, and you got the newspaper guy from the
what's
first
his
Batman,
face? Yeah.
and then you've got Earth 66, and it's Dick Grayson.
You got Air 69, which was Batman. Shh.
And I mean, you had the Birds of Prey universe, and stuff like that. So lots of DC related. Flash 90 obviously had a big part to play in the Flash show and Crisis.
Yeah, I would like to see just random, just small characters that are never going to get worked on screen and stuff like that. But then that kind of takes me back to, when we read that list of heroes before, all the people are going to be coming in. Like some of the stuff in here, like obviously, I would expect to see the Hulk. I'd expect to see Wong, Captain Marvel, War Machine and stuff. But then we get down to like OB in there, Ki-Hu Kwan. So that suggests to me the TVA is going to be involved. Obviously, B-15, Mobius and stuff like that.
That makes perfect sense because they're
but then
in charge of
also
looking after the...
Riri Williams and Ironheart. Is a TV show ever fucking coming out? Is it even going to happen before?
This is what I'm talking. It's what we were talking about before the show. I don't know what to believe anymore. I saw.
It's filmed. It's done. They filmed it like 3 years ago.
I saw like the trailer's been dropped, and I was like, I'm not even clicking on that.
No, I'm not.
Don't believe it.
Yeah. Wonder Man.
At this point, advertising isn't even working on me.
So what's confusing me is like they're saying here that Yahya Abdul-Mateen is going to be in it as Stephen Williams, the Wonder Man. His TV series isn't even out yet, but there's no Moon Knight, for example. There's no Daredevil in there.
I'm out.
There's established characters that we've seen in movies and TV shows, but they're not putting them in the movie. But they're putting characters who made the TV shows may not even be out before. I don't get it.
Oh, look at this character, and we've got a TV show about them coming up on Disney Plus.
Well, speaking about characters, that may appear in these scenes. Just forget what I'm doing for 1 second.
Yeah, I'm forgetting.
Ha ha! Okay, which obscure hero would you like to see in this particular scene, moment, kind of thing?
Okay.
Oh, has to be
Avengers
Marvel.
Doomsday.
I've got a few. While Doug's thinking.
Thrill me.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you got show notes. Yeah, leave me alone.
So, where is our Beta Ray Bill?
A statue on Ragnarok. Yes.
Okay. She-Hulk's boyfriend, Jack of Hearts.
Yes.
I figure
To be
that's...
fair, I watched that TV show. She had several one-night boyfriends.
Yeah, but I'm thinking from the comics, Jack of Hearts, he's a regular side piece and her current boyfriend. And then, because I remember this character from back in the sort of 80s.
You're saying about She-Hulk's one-off boyfriends and things like that?
Yeah.
It's time to get Knobhead from One Direction back. Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yes, Harry Styles. Yes, he can come back.
Okay.
That happened. That was a thing in the comics.
But character I remember from the Marvel UK comics when it was like a backup strip in like Transformers.
Backup strip, eh?
You're such a perv.
Unbelievable.
With that tash though, bro. I'm just saying.
I can't shave it off. We've established this. How dare you?
Okay. But who remembers the Machine Man, Aaron Stack?
Lots of people remember She-Man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
he's intrinsically linked to the secondary female AI that Ultron created.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I forgot all
Got
about
her
that.
name now, but yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got a microchip on his shoulder these days. But
Apple one.
yeah, because the whole sort of development of AI and computers almost being treated like slaves.
Don't say it too loudly in front of the computer, Paul.
He basically hates humanity for that reason, and you know, whenever I've seen him recently in Marvel Comics, he's been a bit of a dick, basically. But you know, yeah, you know, I think they're okay.
Wow.
Yeah, John.
What did you get up to this month?
Somebody's been pegging. So did
Somebody's been pegging? What?
What?
That's what you just said. Somebody's been pegging.
What?
Dude, somebody's arms up your ass right now. You don't get to say that.
What are you looking at me for? You know why. Shut up. Okay.
Doug, your turn.
Mine would be Captain Britain, but the dude. Like the one
Brian
the one
Braddock.
that I know.
Oh,
Brian Braddock.
The one that I'm used to in that, and that I would love to see that.
Betsy's brother.
Yeah, I would like to see that. With Marvel, I think they've done everything I've ever read. There's no... With DC, I've read all kinds, so like I'm still waiting for Deadman to get his love.
that
I
would be
love
good.
Deadman's
That would be good.
pieces.
Gentleman Ghost knocking about with the JLA.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, so it'd just be that for me to have. Or maybe when Elektra becomes Daredevil, because she was pretty badass. I enjoyed that. Because she wielded guns as well.
I'll accept it. Yes.
She's hot.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Nobody else will.
So I'm trying to think for me, what would I like to see on screen? I have a weird what if comic where Galactus wasn't real and it's just some bloke in his bedroom, like doing like a hologram and stuff like that. It's just some fat bloke with the Galactus helmet on, pretending to be like some guy.
Like a Mysterio.
Are you sure?
It's genuine. It's a genuine.
Isn't that a what the rather than a what if?
I can't remember what it is, but it's something like that. Yeah, it's a weird one.
When they're the comedy ones, it's what the.
Yeah, well, it's something like that anyway. To be fair, do you know what I'd like to see? And it wouldn't necessarily be like a hero or anything like that. I would like to see just for a moment, just a little nod to it. I'd love to see the photographer from Marvels. You know, the guy who's
that's a good
taking all the
idea.
photos and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'd like to see him in there. Just some kind of acknowledgement that he's the guy who goes around and takes the photos that we all know about, you know, all these covers from the comics that they're actually photos that take place in that universe, and he's the one who's taking the photos. That's what I'd like to see.
Pulitzer Prize winning.
Yeah.
It's great.
You could potentially even do that in an upcoming Spider-Man movie.
Do a
Say
documentary.
Say
Do
Parker.
great
do a
series.
mockumentary about that.
Say Peter Parker's a photo he's taken for the Bugle's been nominated for an award, but the other guy gets it instead. That's how you could do stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I'd like to see that at least, some kind of reference to that. But in terms of what we could see multiversal versions, I'd love to see like Marvel Apes, for example. Just a brief moment of Spider-Man drill, or Yeah, Captain America is a gorilla and all this kind of stuff.
Or maybe we should.
Oh
have
no, it's Spider Monkey and Iron Mandrill. Sorry, that's the one. Yeah.
Live action Peter Porker.
Well, yeah.
And also if we're seeing if we get to see lots of visits across the multiverse, actual visit to Duckworld.
Oh, okay.
We've got Howard's in there already,
Duck
so
tits.
why not?
We need the Duck Tits back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some of that like string action quack fu.
Mm.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
In fact, just even bring back the old Howard the Duck.
Just do Howard. Do you know what? Just do Howard the Duck again.
Bring Leah Thompson back. Oh my God, you could. Oh my God,
God,
you could totally bring back Leah Thompson as Beverly Switzer and like the classic Howard suit and stuff. Okay, you couldn't use the guy who was in the suit for reasons.
No, you
but,
make a new suit that's also old as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, let's get it. Feige, get him on the phone. I have his phone number. Okay then.
Quick, green light it.
Okay, green light. I'm going to phone Kevin Feige right now. Goodbye. Ciao, John. Okay. Let's stay with Marvel for a little bit longer then. All right. Because no one likes Hawkeye. Not even Hawkeye.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do.
Well, Marvel are gearing up for things outside of the Avengers movies as pre-production is underway on Hawkeye Season 2. You go do what you need to do. Now, we know that Jeremy Renner's involvement in Hawkeye Season 2 would be limited, given the fact that he ran himself over with a snowplow.
Killed himself.
Yes.
He's admitted that he actually died.
Yes. Well, yes. I was trying to be a little bit more tactful about it. Well, yeah. Dude ran himself over and he died for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. But he's actually out altogether now. He's not even going to be in the TV series now.
Yeah, I saw this.
Marvel offered him less than half of his salary for Series 1 for an 8-month shoot on Hawkeye Season 2. Okay, instead, he's not going to be in it. Haley Steinfeld's going to be taking the lead role as Kate Bishop. And
Kate Bishop.
Yeah, you've got to say it that way.
Kate Bishop.
And because on a TikTok live, this was addressed by Jeremy Renner himself, and I've got an exact quote. So I gave you a challenge earlier to think of a voice to do for him. So what voice are we doing?
Like proper northerner.
A proper northerner.
A proper northerner.
Right then.
Yeah, Big Sean.
All right. Jeremy Renner played by Sean Bean. Here we go. Right. They asked me to do Season 2. They offered me half the money. I'm like, wow. It's going to take me twice the amount of work for half the amount of money. 8 months of my life on O2 rewards. Essentially, and you do it for half the amount. I'm like, sorry, why did you think I'm only after Jeremy because I got ran over? Is that why you want to only pay me half of what I made on the first season? My head's on a fucking spike in Game of Thrones, mate.
Yeah, bastards.
I was
waiting for it. I was like, any minute now.
Well, it wasn't on the quote, but seeing as you asked for it, you bastard. There you go. Oh no, I'm dead. Was that Jeremy Renner or Sean Bean? We'll never know. So, they always come back. Jeremy Renner is he's the Jason Voorhees of the Marvel Universe. You can keep killing him, but he'll still come back. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
So, no, he's like the character has like been through everything that you've seen him go through and everything, come away damn near unscathed, but yet the actor's like in a fucking mess.
Yeah,
now.
he went through fucking Avengers 1, which he survived an amazing alien invasion.
He did take a shot in Ultron.
Yeah. And then in Infinity War, his entire family got blipped out of existence, and he went on this whole thing, killing the Yakuza and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He went through fucking Endgame, and he was just like, yeah, I'm going to time travel through time. I'm going to be the one who takes the fucking experiment to time travel to see if it works. Because I've got nothing left and everything like that. I'm fucking survived when fucking Thanos...
I'll get a haircut that's like 20 years too young for me.
Thanos crashed his ship into the Avengers Center, but I'm still standing. Snowplow. A little bit of snow killed him.
Cold weather, fucked. It's such a shame. Because I like the actor.
Oh no, we need to replace Hawkeye on the team. What should we use? Got some grit salt here, will that do? Yeah, fuck it.
And his new villain, Zamboni.
Slippery water. Known as ice.
No.
Fucking hell.
To be fair, I don't think... Oh, I mean, we're watching Buffy and Angel at the moment.
Do they know?
We just watched Jeremy Renner in an episode of Buffy, didn't we? It was Angel. Yeah.
Was he?
See,
Is this like seeing Pedro Pascal as a young man in
yes,
certain things?
in Buffy, yeah.
He was in Buffy as well, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. He was a vampire that Angelus had sired back in the day. Yeah.
So there you
And
go.
had-
Secret
had-
Origins
had
of
Secret
Hawkeye.
Origins.
That's why you can't die.
That's why
Because
he's
he's already
coming back.
dead.
Well, the point I was going to make is, I don't think I've ever watched something that he's bad in.
A coma. He wasn't great in a coma, mate, I'll be honest with you. What was that? That's why he never does daytime, yeah. That's why he's not going back, because it'll be just all outdoor shoots in the day. He's like, nah, mate.
I'll say that I like Jeremy Renner as an
Yeah.
actor. Like,
No.
all joking aside.
Yeah.
I mean,
He is
very talented, very
the
cool.
Bourne Legacy. Yeah, he was great in that.
If
the
you
Bourne
take-
movie people forget about.
Yeah,
that
but if
one.
you take him out of that, that would have been a forgotten movie completely.
Yeah.
It still is.
The
not Temptation.
Mission Impossibles that
Yeah.
he did, he was good in that.
Dharma, Hurt Locker.
That's a good film. I
Yes.
do like that.
He's just a good. He's just yeah, I like him.
Terrible patient, but he's a good actor.
The Town. Oh, I love The Town.
Right. Actually, there's a thing fucking this month. I got a really, really bad fucking cold a few weeks ago, and like I cannot shift this cough. It will not go away. How long have I had this cough for? Just won't go, will it? I swear. Anyways,
You poor
to be fair though, it makes me think that potentially the Star Wars universe originated COVID.
Go.
Because Grievous and Vader always wheezing. Everyone's got fucking long COVID in the Star Wars universe. And those who've got midichlorians, they're the ones who got vaccinated.
But it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Exactly,
so we're
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. And to be fair, we've seen some of the shit that they eat over there. Maybe they did eat a bat, and that's where it came from.
It's not real.
True.
There you go.
Yeah. It
Which
came from people.
yeah.
These people were eating Minox, and that's
Yeah,
how it got
that's
into
what
the
it was.
fucking yeah. There you go. Speaking of Star Wars,
Ooh,
oh what a tangent! What a
Yeah.
fucking segue. Yeah, Star Wars Celebration took place in Japan earlier this month, and they announced that the next one's going to be in LA in 2 years' time. Many announcements were made, including that Sean Levy's movie was actually given a title at last. It's going to be called Star Wars Starfighter.
So it's going to be based on an N64 game.
I hope so. That'd be interesting. Conker's Bad Fur Day, though, weirdly.
Isn't-
That's
isn't
so of
this-
all the games that I thought it'd be based on, didn't think it'd be that one.
it was Rogue Squadron. What thing he was doing, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
Patty
Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Hurt Locker again.
Yeah. So how is Rogue Squadron going to be differentiated from Starfighter?
Well, I'll tell you, Paul.
Starfighter's going to get made. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Because it's got a release date, May 28th, 2027. The movie's going to star Ryan Gosling, as has been rumoured, as he and his 15-year-old nephew are on the run from a pair of villains. So that doesn't sound very Rogue Squadron-y
yes, our
to me.
favourite Ryan, who isn't Reynolds.
Trying to think of other Ryans now. Ryan Philippe from back in the day. Ryan Johnson, who I went to school with. Ryan... Who? Brian Ferry. Ryan Shamrock, the kayfabe sister of Ken Shamrock in WWE. That was actually played by his girlfriend in real life. That's weird. Genuinely true. So these villains had been rumoured to be played by Jesse Plemons and Jodie Comer, everyone's favourite, well, Paul's favourite at least anyway. Paul loves fucking Jodie Comer. So I've got you an audio clip saying that. So I love Jodie fucking Comer. So yeah, they were offered the villain roles, but apparently they've declined. So don't know who's playing this this male-female villain duo, but we'll find out eventually. We also saw the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. You know, the film of the TV series that you can only watch if you've got Disney Plus, so that's going to be weird. Putting a film out that people might not actually know who the fucking characters are.
You will.
There we go, we'll have a go.
You will.
It revealed that Sigourney Weaver is actually a New Republic official who seems to be sending Mando off on his
all
little
about
thing.
Sigourney Weaver in
I'm
an
all about
X-wing
Star Wars.
uniform
I'm
is pretty
all
cool.
about it.
I believe it's pronounced a shirt wing, Paul.
Swing, swing.
And
She's done Marvel now. She's done Star Wars now. Keep going for it. You just honestly, I love that woman to pieces.
yeah,
To
she's-
pieces.
I just love Sigourney Weaver. She's great.
Ghostbusters,
Yeah,
Aliens.
man.
Come on, what? Oh, she's in everything that is
Cabin
good.
in the Woods. Yeah,
She's
she was in
everything
that.
that is good.
She was in
You know
fucking
what's what-
Galaxy Quest. I love
Galaxy Quest. Oh my gosh, she's so hot in that. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah.
Give me a sec.
Mhm.
Have you finished?
Back in
Yeah.
the room.
Yep. Sorry.
You'll fucking
Something-
know when I'm
yeah.
finished.
Yeah. Yeah. Also revealed in the trailer is that Rota the Hutt is going to be ripped and a gladiator, a very strong, very muscular Hutt. People will not actually realise, though, that Road to the Hutt, this isn't the first time we've seen Road to the Hutt in the Star Wars universe, because they were Stinky, the little baby Hutt,
Yeah, that's
from
right.
the animated Clone Wars movie.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
Yeah, so basically this is a movie with homework.
Yes.
They all are.
Yeah.
Star Wars is, you know,
Yeah.
you need a degree
That's why they
in
call
it
it-
to
that's why they're
understand
doing
what's going
chapters,
on
Paul.
nowadays. And
Yeah.
if you didn't have the head start that we had, I'd hate to be fucking 20 years old now and have to watch Star Wars.
I'd love to be 20 years old now.
Yeah,
I'd be able to stay up all night.
Mm.
Be able to be awake past 10 o'clock, mate.
You go and have a drink and then get up and go work the next day.
I know.
While feeling like a boiled bag of shit. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, because I feel for them because they're like, oh, that was made in the 70s. And,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, but it paved the way. And
Yeah,
they just don't
absolutely.
care about that kind of stuff.
That's
That's like saying to him, like, you know, I actually got through to my like late teen kids, like my two daughters. One's 20 now, one's about to turn 18, and I said to him, I said, like, with Star Wars, because they don't give a shit. I'm like, I'm your dad, you're gonna fucking listen to me.
Yeah. In my day,
I wish.
And I was like,
I
Star,
fucking
you know,
wish.
Star
day, hand shot first.
So Star Wars did it all first, and that's why we get all these other
Yeah.
things, and not just sci-fi,
Well-
but like camera angles and everything, and special effects, and all this happened like that. This is the equivalent of when you were a kid and you were on fucking Musically, and now it's TikTok.
I have to take umbrage
Does he
to
have to
something,
go out of-
something that he said. He said Star Wars did it first. Dune and Buck Rogers did it first, mate. That's
Well,
the only reason Star Wars
well,
exists, is because
did
he
it
couldn't
well
do
then.
Dune.
Did it well, so you couldn't see the strings because they tried not to use
Couldn't
them.
see the
It
strings. It's not
it
fucking
it
Bill
was
and
all-
Ben.
it was all
Right.
fucking rods and
Y-
stuff.
your two main
What do you say about
things
rods?
you get
I'll
out
tell
of
you with
Star
rod
Wars is ILM
Yeah.
and the merchandise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
They
you
were the big
did,
decisions.
and
yeah.
those were the big things that are everywhere
Yeah.
now and have been
Yeah.
ever since.
Star Wars basically invented the toy for the movie. Essentially.
So I'll use that word that I used last month, the whole toyetic thing.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Just toys, Paul. That's all you need to do.
yeah.
Just talk about toys.
But yeah. That's the one thing I was going to say about. So they've announced Star Wars Celebration in LA for 2027. So
Yep.
that's for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's like a bizarre number for Star Wars because, you know, for me, Star Wars was still, you know, a couple of weeks.
that was
ago.
that new thing you watched when you were 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was the train coming into the station.
I'm 3 years younger than Star Wars, so like I was born in '80, so
Yeah.
when Empire came out. But yeah, that's mad. That 50 years.
Yeah, I was born in
And still
74,
going.
So.
And we had, don't forget the drought. Don't forget that big drought that we had.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was bad. Bad
I mean,
times.
it
then.
wasn't a drought. We still had
It was
books and
bad
shit.
times.
Attack of the Clones has been back in the cinema
It has.
for the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, and it has done decent money.
Yeah.
Compared to the film that Kath and I went and watched this week, The Accountant 2.
Why did you go and watch The Accountant
Because
2?
we liked the first one.
You were the only people who did. That
Well,
tells you
not
everything,
not
then,
quite.
doesn't it?
Not quite. We were in the big screen at the View, and there was like 5 people in there,
I agree.
including
I
us.
like the accountant.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's-
no.
I like the
it's-
accountant. This isn't us trying to wind you up. I'm
No,
gonna
I
get to
know,
them in a bit.
but seriously though, I've been getting pissed off with The Accountant too, purely because every time I try and watch something on YouTube, it's the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
It always is the fucking skippable ad, and it always gets to the point before I can hit skip. It always gets to the point where he answers the phone and goes, "Hey, it's me, your brother." Yes, I know you're my fucking brother. Your name is on my phone. You
Well,
don't need
no,
to announce who you are.
That's not.
My mum doesn't ring me and say,
that's
"It's
not
me, your
actu-
mum."
No, it's not.
I can still
actually.
recognise their voice, even if her number isn't programmed to my phone. I know who people are when I speak to them.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
familiar. He grew up with his fucking brother. He's gonna know who his brother is.
Yeah, it's not quite that simple.
Don't give a shit, but he's still gonna know who he is.
It's me, your brother.
If he'd have phoned up, if
So-
he'd have
so
grown up in fucking
the-
Grimsby
the
and he'd
acca-
answered the phone and go, "Hi there, it's me, your brother,"
So,
then I
Doug,
could understand.
you've seen it.
Yeah.
So,
I've not seen the
so
second one. I've not seen the second one.
but would you agree that The Accountant is basically Rain Man as an action movie?
Yeah, I know it's.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. I know it's about fucking Ben Affleck, but he's autistic. I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
So he needs to be told when he picks up the phone who it is.
All right, why did you turn into fucking? I had to beat them to death with their own shoes.
Because that's me go-to. We all know this.
I know, but still. Okay. Anyway, let's go
no,
back to Star Wars.
We enjoyed it.
Was it good? Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go back.
I will get it watched.
I mean, him and John.
Barrowman.
No,
Punisher.
Leslie.
John Punisher. That's what I call
yeah,
it.
John Punisher.
Why would my go-to is Barrymore and Leslie? I just like people to get cancelled, don't I?
I'm
Hollywood.
I was going to say it wasn't Hollywood.
Bernthal.
Sorry, buddy.
There we go. The brain got there in the end. John Bernthal.
Yeah.
They get to do the whole action thing together,
Of course.
and they are
It's not gonna be a
brilliant.
spoiler, don't worry.
It's kind of funny seeing John Bernthal with a different Daredevil.
Yeah, it's like it's not
He's ticking them off,
Batman.
yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, no,
There
but
you
to
go.
be fair, he's done
I'm
two
Batman.
Daredevils now, then, doesn't he? Technically. Yeah. And I was good about to make a joke about fucking Jennifer Garner and Charlie Cox there, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, so let's move on to the final piece of Star Wars news that I got there.
You leave my woman
The
alone.
final announcement was with regard to the next animated show from Lucasfilm, and it's going to be Maul, Shadow Lord. Stupid fucking title. It's going to be set after the end of the Clone Wars TV series, and show his rise to power in the criminal underworld of the Star Wars universe. Hopefully explaining why the fuck he has that weird random cameo at the end of the Han Solo movie.
Did wonder what they were going to be doing after the end of Bad Batch. So
They're gonna keep Sam Witwer in work.
this basically answers that question. Well, finally, Sam Witwer gets to be the lead of a Star Wars cartoon.
He hasn't done badly out of Star Wars.
No,
has
he
to
hasn't.
Be fair, so yeah,
He hasn't.
don't worry about it. He's
starting with Force Unleashed and going from there.
Literally, he's Anakin's fucking apprentice. Then he becomes the Emperor for the
Yes.
longest time, and now and then fucking yeah. Yes, he did, and then now he's just Darth Maul the entire way through. To be fair, he's doing all right for himself, considering he was just that random dude in the tank in Walking Dead. So yeah, okay, we're gonna switch gears now.
You do remember he's known for.
I know he's done a million things. Don't worry
Battlestar
about it.
Galactica.
Yes, I know he's done a million things, Paul. Don't worry. Sake. Right, we're going to switch over now to the Alien franchise.
Ooh.
It's having a bit of a renaissance at the moment. Obviously, we had
Just a
Alien
little.
Romulus last year
Yes.
with his terrible deep fake fucking decapitated head of Ian Holm. But less said about that, the
Spoilers.
better. It's not a
Yeah.
fucking spoiler by now. Director Fede Alvarez is working on the script to the sequel right now, and the rumours are that there's going to be a Predator appearing in there.
They seem to be doing a lot of this, especially
I've-
with Badlands
Now,
and stuff.
yeah, we've got
I was going to
Predator
say, have
Badlands,
you
we've
watched
got
the trailer for Badlands?
No, not yet.
Oh, that looks
When,
so good.
today?
That looks so good.
I don't know, the Predator looks strange. I've seen a photo of it, and the people have said to me, the reason why it looks strange is all his dreads are on the top and not around the sides.
Yes.
It's been shaved.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and I like the whole idea that basically this film is about the Predator. It's from their perspective
Yeah.
rather than everybody
Well,
else's.
the Predator's the hero now, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, so. But yeah, so we don't know if it's going to be a big role or whether it's just going to be a tease for like an AVP movie or something like that. But let's hope if they do another Alien vs Predator movie, we could see this one. Because the last one was just pitch black for fucking 2 hours.
Yeah, that was bad.
That's dreadful.
That was bad.
Also, elsewhere, Alien Earth, the TV series, is on
Can't
its
wait.
way.
Can't wait.
And they did a teaser recently confirming. They actually released a teaser on Earth Day.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah. And I believe it was also actually happened to be 26th of April. LV426.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alien Day.
Yeah,
Is,
so it's Alien and Earth Day,
4/26.
it's the same day.
Yeah.
And they showed alongside the Xenomorph being brought to Earth, 4 other creatures as well. So it's going to help with like alien burnout, not just dealing with the Xenomorph every
One
week
of them's
after
going to
week.
be E.T. One of
No,
them's gonna
no, it's not.
be fucking Mac and me.
Ouch.
If Mac and Me comes, if Mac and Me comes, it's going to be a feature cameo from Paul Rudd.
There's a documentary on YouTube that I watched on
YouTube.
on 26th of April. And I recommend it. It's only like 20
We
minutes.
talked about this.
It's only about 20
We
minutes.
talked
long.
about this last month.
What?
Alien
War.
War, yeah. We talked about that last month.
I've seen the documentary
Yeah.
now. I
Funny
do
enough,
recommend it.
someone posted it, the link to it in Josh Movie Timeline's Discord, and he went, "Oh, I went to this," and I was just like, "Oh,
You
so-"
bastard!
And he said, "I said, oh, are you from Liverpool?" He's like, "Yeah." So it's another Scouser. He lives in Manchester now, though, to be fair. He doesn't live here.
Yeah,
But
I mean, Simone and I got to go to the spaceport one on the opening night, and it was great fun. But I was at university when Alien War was opening in the
You were at
Trocadero
university
in
with
London.
Aristotle, mate.
I never got to go and do Alien War at the Trocadero. It's a big regret.
Well, one final piece of news then before we go on. We're just going to be talking about some video games, which is a bit unusual for us, but we're going to do so because video game properties have never been hotter, because the Minecraft movie came out. That's something I did. I went to go and see the Minecraft movie. That's made over $750 million at the box office. It's heading towards $1 billion.
It seems really weird that sentence
Yeah,
came out your mouth.
so that
You
just
went to
goes to
watch
show
it?
that people wanted to see a movie about digital bricks.
Yeah. I mean, what's up, Jay? Sorry. Exactly, yeah. Just get literally a human equivalent of space opera to play your lead character. I love them. Exactly. Personally, I thought the movie was fine. It was okay. Though, what's really annoying me is those chicken jockey pricks who destroy the cinemas during screenings and stuff like that. Like, we had a guy when we went. In fact, we had a couple of kids, like 3 kids, down the same end as our row. And all throughout the trailers, they were just chatting away and stuff like that. And we happened to notice they had a big fuck-off bag of butter kissed with them as well, didn't they? And so they're all sitting down, they're chatting away throughout the whole thing. And I'm thinking, right, they'll shut up now that the film's on. And then the film starts, and it goes, "My name is Steve, and I yearn for the man." And they're chatting away, talking along to it. So I literally just leaned down, just went, "Okay, film's on now. Shut up."
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, 100%.
And then they carried on a little bit, and another fellow who sat behind us just went, "Listen, shut the fuck up now, otherwise, something's going to." And I'm thinking, you never would have said anything if I hadn't said something, this kind of thing. And then they was quiet for the entire film. To be fair, they did say chicken jockey when that, but I thought, I'll let them have that. That's the meme, as long as they're not going to go crazy. And they didn't. Until it's the end of the movie. We've watched the mid-credits bit. We weren't staying for the final post-credits. We watched the mid-credits bit and we're walking out. And they deliberately stayed behind in that cinema and waited until literally we were the last ones walking outside from there. And as we were walking out, they opened the bag and threw everything everywhere. The film was over. They just wanted to make a mess for the people who worked there. Fucking pricks. Fuck off. I hate you. Get in the bin. So, yeah, I don't understand it. Don't understand it. I didn't, I can understand, like, the Minions thing where people just went to watch the Minions film in suits and applauded it at the end. Yeah. They didn't make a mess. They went arseholes for the people who have to work there. Yeah. I don't get it. Anyway, staying on movie things. Not every video game property is going to have smooth sailing, though, because Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Tomb Raider show over at Amazon is, for all intents and purposes, dead. The show was due to start Game of Thrones as Sophie Turner, which I think is a terrible fucking casting choice for her as Lara Croft, and it was supposed to start shooting earlier this year.
Right, is Waller writing it?
What's that? Waller, yeah, so yeah,
right,
Fleabag
okay.
herself was writing it, yeah. But the scripts took too long to deliver. She just didn't write them fast enough, so Amazon just pulled the plug. That's it, no more. Which, to be fair, good. Just if you can do it, stay with the animated version you got over at Netflix with Hayley Atwell. That's fine. That works for me. And the final piece of news, again, not to do with movies or anything like that, but I figured it was worth talking about. It was revealed this week that Rockstar Games have delayed Grand Theft Auto 6 until May of 2026. Grand Theft Auto 5 released on the PlayStation 3 in 2013.
It's Mr. Whole Station.
So PlayStation 4 came out.
Train.
PlayStation
It's
5
Mr.
is
Whole
out.
Station.
By the time 6 comes out, the PS5 will be almost 6 years old.
Yeah, we'll be on the PS7 by then.
How it's taken this long is a mystery to me. The gap between Red Dead 1...
We'll be on the fucking moon by the time this comes out. Jesus Christ.
The gap between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2 was only 8 years, and Red Dead 2 is one of the most perfect games ever made. So what is taking 13 fucking years for this one? I don't get it.
Is James Cameron involved?
Yeah, in the next game you play as Blue Cats.
I was saying this, guys, to you guys.
I actually
earlier.
think that you can play Grand Theft Auto 5 on a grandfather clock at this point. It's on everything else.
I was saying this to you guys earlier, and it bears repeating. I'm really surprised that they haven't done a remaster 4.
They will.
So that I can play it
They
again.
did the rest.
Because I don't have a PlayStation 3, and I can't be asked buying it for
Whoa.
the Xbox. So
Do you want PS3?
not. I don't
question.
desperately need one,
Okay,
but
just a yes or a no.
I've
bro.
got one. I've got one in the cupboard.
I literally have spares.
oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
Alright, sorry, I'm a bit. Come see your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, you know, I've really enjoyed replaying.
Bring. Paul, answer the phone. Bring.
Hello.
Hello, it is me, your cousin Roman. We have not hung out for a long time. Let us go bowling.
Fuck off. Yeah. No. I've been really enjoying playing.
Ring.
Three. No, I'm not
Paul,
answering
answer
that.
the phone.
No.
Ring.
No.
Ring.
Hello. Will you fuck off?
Hello, this is your cousin Roman. We have not hung out for a long time. Let us go play the darts. That's all that game is every 2 minutes.
I remember
Fuck
that.
off, Roman.
I remember that. I do remember. No,
Leave me alone.
I've
twats.
especially enjoyed replaying San Andreas, because I got the remaster of that.
Yeah.
And
I got, but the remaster. I've not played it yet.
Vice City was the first one I played, and then San
Really?
Andreas.
On the
Yeah.
PS2.
Oh, I played GTA 1 back in the day on PlayStation
Oh,
1.
I
and
went
then
back to it.
I-
Top-down shit, yeah.
I went back to
Ah.
3, and I still, you know, my experience with replaying 3 was the same as playing it on the PS2, which was, still can't finish it.
Ring.
Yeah, what the fuck do you want?
Fuck you! Right, that's all the news. Let's
Okay.
go to let's hand over to Paul now then, as it's when Paul does his thing in the section
Yeah.
called the Doctor Who section. So it's time for Paul's Doctor Who section. Play the sounder.
Hold on to your lapels, Chessington. It's the Doctor Who news.
Go on then.
We are halfway through the season
Fucking hell,
already. Because as of today, when we're recording this, the 4th episode, Lucky Day by Peter McTighe, has... what time are we on?
It is 8:15.
Yeah, so it's aired.
It's
I mean,
aired.
yeah,
Aired.
it's aired on the BBC. I mean, it's been on iPlayer since 8 a.m. Who here hasn't watched it today? I mean, you don't count because.
Oh, did you watch it today? Did you? Oh, I didn't think so.
Okay, well, I mean, we will.
What time did it air?
It dropped on iPlayer at 8 o'clock.
What time?
Dropped on iPlayer at like 8 a.m.
So it was on like 7 o'clock
Oh,
on that
this
BBC One.
morning.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
So, the season so far, you're not up to date.
The season so far. Previously on Doctor Who.
Yeah. So, for Mike and me though, Robot Rebellion.
For Mac and me. Well,
Yeah, Mac and me.
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be renting that from Snips.
You should do.
No. So
To burn it.
I mean,
For the Robot Revolution then.
right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, so generally, I would say first of all, not a bad episode in the bunch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Your mileage, I know, varies.
Yes, it does.
But we will come to that. So let's start. So Robot Rebellion.
Oh my god, I do have a positive about today's episode that I'm going to tell you in a little bit, actually.
Okay.
Robot
Well,
Rebellion, yes.
we'll go in order.
My thoughts on Robot Rebellion.
Yes.
All right.
Is that right? that
It was
all?
a bit when you do the big reveal towards the end. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's like that episode of Torchwood. If you know, you know. But yeah, I was a bit. Although to be fair, I'd love a rocket to land in your back garden. Just try and take you off to a fucking square foot of land on the moon.
Yeah. I mean, it's yes. I've been thinking of that. What Mike is referring to is that one year he bought a plot of land on the moon for
your
me and my
40th,
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your 40th.
We still
Yeah,
have
yeah,
it
yeah.
framed on the shelf. Yeah.
You will. Okay.
Yeah.
Take your sun cream.
I have gone on a map of the moon and seen where that plot is.
Oh, and is it good? Is it all right?
Yeah.
It's got nice views.
Looks
So you got
great.
okay.
Yeah, great.
Well, what's the rating on TripAdvisor? Is it okay?
Chilly.
Okay.
No atmosphere.
I'll ask Joe then. So you know.
I mean,
chilly.
I thought, as far as I was concerned, great introduction to Belinda Chandra.
I love her character.
Yeah.
I think she's so much better than Ruby.
Yeah,
which we'll also discuss
Belinda's great because she's taking no shit from the Doctor.
Yes. I texted you the other day. She was in Andor.
Yeah, but she was in the first season.
I know. I forgot she was.
It was her character coming back.
Yeah,
because
I forgot.
because
And then when
she's-
she turned
she's-
up, I was like, oh, there she is.
Because she's an
Well,
assassin.
to be fair, the first time when Andor season 1 came out, I didn't know who she was back then. So
Yeah, she refers in the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
she
I know.
refers to working on another space franchise that may or may not be on Disney Plus. So
okay.
yeah,
I've not watched any of the Unleashed yet.
Do you not?
No,
Okay.
it's not just not a chance.
Cool. That's fair enough. But I loved the design of Robot Rebellion. I loved the sort
Very
of
50s
yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, and the robots themselves looked great, and I did love the whole line of what was it? Planet of the what did she call it?
I don't know. You're supposed to be the Doctor Who expert.
Yeah, no. Sorry, it'll come to me in a second. Planet of the.
I enjoyed about Paul's waiting.
Anyway,
what we're thinking
it'll
of that.
come back to me. So, following week, travel back in time to 1950s
Well, again, just
Miami.
before we do, I want to say one thing about I liked about Robot Revolution.
Yeah.
That made me laugh was that bit where that woman was just like, "Yeah, the Doctor's amazing. He's fantastic. He's talked to us all about the universe and space, and I can't wait to go off and see it all with him. And it's gonna be fantastic." And I'm just watching, going, "You're dead any second, love. You put your red shirt on now."
Yeah, yeah. I mean that was that was the start of the crying shooty meme.
Series 1 was the start of the crying shooting meme. Well, seeing as we're talking about that now, that's the one thing. One of the things I liked about today's episode. He didn't cry because he was barely fucking in it.
Boys, we just had a name slip.
Did a little bit.
Oh, sorry. We were talking about the Doctor who is played by
Gartois.
Thank you.
Not a real doctor.
Anyway, so week 2, Lux.
Aha.
Yes, a cartoon.
I went partridge there for a moment, didn't I?
Just for a bit. A cartoon comes to life, and it's the God of Light.
I'd love the reveal that don't make me laugh of it all. It's just like, why can't I make you laugh? Yeah. That was just when I saw that, I was like,
Yeah, Harbinger.
Okay, I'm in this
all,
now. Yeah.
But I mean, the whole bit where they get sucked into the cartoon and then get more 3D.
Yeah.
And then they meet Doctor Who fans.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I mean,
Yeah,
I suppose this kind of makes sense now because there was the whole fucking theory last season that the Doctor was going to find out he was a character on a TV show and stuff like that, and it must have come from this. Some kind of leak about that has got out and got confused and stuff like that. But you know, we don't sit there on a Saturday evening wearing our fucking best Telos shirts with our fucking Tom Baker scarves on watching it now, do we? You know, people, I'm sure
You
some
speak for
people
yourself.
do. I was going to say. No,
But
but
If looks could kill.
Paul sits there cradling his Dalek. You know, he's got one about that one. He's got a 12-inch one. Don't forget.
I at least have my seal of wrestle on.
I lost mine 8 years ago, mate.
I
It doesn't explain why Joshua looks so much like
you know one of the actors playing the fans is a friend of a friend. Is a friend of a friend. Friend of Toby Haydock's.
Friend of the show.
And basically wasn't able to tell him.
Yes.
Apparently the story is that he'd said to her, if you get Doctor Who before I do, I will kill you.
Well, to be fair, he was in Adventure in Time, Space and Time.
That's not the same. He played a
Close
horrible racist barman.
Yes, I know. Cyril.
Yes.
I remember.
Oh, but bless him.
But still, technically it's Doctor Who-ish.
Lux is definitely sort of up there with
Yeah,
some
I thought the resolution was a bit. I mean,
it
it's
reminds
kind of heavy sci-fi resolution. You've got to understand it to understand
well,
it.
the resolution was very. I mean, you've only watched like one episode of Star Trek Lower Decks, but they have had a.
I saw this was a rip-off of it, basically.
They had a recurring character who was a holodeck character who eventually transcends and becomes one with the universe, and the sequence where Badgie becomes one with the universe was not entirely dissimilar to what happened to Lux to Mr. Ring-a-Ding. But you know,
Mr.
there
Ring-a-Ding's
can
what they
be
called me in school.
similarity. It was just really good episode, and I like that they're not shying away from the Doctor being black when he travels to somewhere where that is going to be problematic.
Because it was, but to be fair, though, at the same time, he got there and he's just like, "Oh, times are hard for people who look like me and you here," and then did basically nothing with it aside from a policeman comes in and goes, "Hey, you're a black man." He goes, "You're not even a real policeman, though. Shut up."
Yeah. Oh,
That was it.
yeah, it's not like they just completely ignored it.
No, I know they didn't ignore it, but to be fair, it didn't even need to be acknowledged. I understand it was a thing back then, but it didn't need to be acknowledged for that episode.
Did he not Richard
it
Pryor
was
it go?
relevant.
What? Does Dad know?
I see shit that'll turn you white. And that's a Ghostbusters reference, but still. But the Doctor really has. And then obviously the week after was the Well.
Well.
That's 4 wells.
Yeah. Well, what you didn't like this one?
Not a big fan of it. No, I think it was completely unnecessary. Okay? Same, yeah. Yeah, I just thought it was completely unnecessary because, like, the thing about... Because, I mean, I don't think this is going to be a spoiler to say now that the episode's been out, but it's a sequel to Midnight, which is David Tennant's episode from season 4.
And kudos to Joshua. He worked this out weeks ago.
I sort of read about it online, to be fair.
Yeah, well, if you remember the title reveal captions...
Yeah.
For the one for the Well, there is a clock that says midnight.
Yeah, that's that's the thing I saw.
That's
about
where
it.
Joshua worked it out.
Mike, are you hate watching Doctor
No,
Who
no,
at this
no.
point? 'Cause
I could never.
No,
do that.
no.
I think it might be because you sat next to this. 'Cause that is Doctor Who incarnate.
No, it's just I have episodes that I prefer more than others. So that's entirely
well,
right. But this one, I just didn't think that a sequel to Midnight was necessary.
Is there episodes you don't like? You don't need to think about it too long.
I don't think there is an episode. I could never say, "Oh, I absolutely hate that," or I couldn't rewatch that, or anything like that.
Yeah, you're in, aren't you? You're like all about it.
I'm. The phrase I always use is, "I am a cheerleader for the show." I absolutely love all of it.
It's just there with pom poms every
and
week.
some of it I love more than others, and some of it I will come back to more often than others.
Yeah,
but. I am the kind of person who will say, you know what, today I'm going to start watching from An Unearthly Child, and I will watch all the way through to, up to date, and I won't miss a thing. Yeah. Just because some of the episodes might be a bit dodgy, or there's things in them that I'm not as bothered about, I will still watch them.
Yeah.
I love them to bits.
I am there with. Yeah, I will always watch an episode. But there's ones I prefer over others.
I think so. Basically, what we had when we were talking about the previews last month, I very much said that the Well was leaning into the aliens of it all.
Yeah,
and that's basically what the Well was. It was
a based on the seed story.
It was aliens to. Midnight's alien.
It was more the thing, because there was obviously the element of mistrust and everything like that. So that's kind of why I liked it. And again, Rose Ayling-Ellis being in there. Again, there was the whole rumor as to whether or not she was going to be the next companion. So again, rumors got out there, but people didn't grasp what they actually were for. I think it was a lot of miscommunication.
I did like that they leant heavily on having Rose cast in the role.
Obviously having the subtitle button.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, you said you hadn't watched the behind the scenes stuff.
No, not yet.
They did a lot of deaf awareness training for
Shooty's
all of the production stuff.
Doing sign language all the time.
Right, Rose was saying in an interview that on average it takes you about 7 years to learn British Sign Language. Jesus. Shooty was picking it up like that. He was brilliant, and going the other way, he was in awe of her because he's just got to act and speak. She's got to act, speak, wave her hands around to do British Sign Language, but also got to do the British Sign Language while acting. So she's got like 4 different things she's thinking about. So
what's that? Yeah, 2 scripts. yeah. Well, of course, yeah, because there's only signs for certain words and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
But
I always love it when you see clips online of comedians doing shows and they have a sign language person at the side of the stage and they start speaking. What's the sign language for this and all this kind of stuff? You know, what's the sign language for you're a wanker? They go, you know, that kind of. I love all that. You know, yeah, I love doing all that. I think I saw one once where it was someone was doing sort of like, what's the sign language for Dalek? And you go. It tickled me, you know.
Yeah.
And to see what the sign language is for Dalek, go to Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we can do a podcast in sign language. That'll be a fun episode to put out.
I should have paid attention to it. We've got the official sign language of what Doctor is and that now. So
Yeah.
But I mean, do you remember back when
There you go.
Comic Relief did 1 year? I mean, this was back when I was at school. But 1 year they did a sponsored sign.
No.
Yeah. So you
Is that just when they write the checkout at the end?
No. It was you'd learn. They taught you about 20 basic signs, so that by the end of it you'd be able to tell a joke. And I want to say it was something like. And forgive me, anybody who's watching, that if I get any of this wrong. So it was something like, what's white and goes up? What?
A polar bear in a lift.
Sorry, so it's what's.
Do you know what?
So white was right.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon, Paul. Oh, there's a clip.
Look,
Okay, but so the punchline was.
he's got an accent. Don't worry about it.
But the punchline was. The punchline I do remember was stupid snow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stupid snow. Yeah.
Cool.
Stupid
Makes
snow.
sense. Yeah.
I
Awesome.
remember. I remember learning that when I was at school. So, but yeah, I really rate it as an episode.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with a sequel to Midnight.
Yeah, no, I just don't think you could have done anything.
It's
it didn't
not an
need to be
episode
rated
that you
Midnight.
would have expected there to be.
Exactly, yeah. But again, from
sequel
what
to.
happened in it, you know, saying, oh yeah, it's the Midnight Creature. It didn't do anything that the Midnight Creature did in Midnight. There was no, you know, copying of
It's
vocals and stuff. So it was a whole thing.
100,000 billion years later,
I know,
it's evolved.
Yeah, I know, but still, it just you could have just done that same story on a different planet. And it wouldn't have mattered.
Stephen Moffat reckons that one is going to knock Blink off its perch.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Even I know what Blink is.
He really rates it that
Well,
highly.
he can, but he's wrong.
Right,
Shut up,
so
Moffat.
And then today's one,
lucky day.
we won't go really too deep in
Well,
this one, but I really enjoyed it.
Why
did
don't
you
we
notice?
save that one for next month
Okay.
when people have a chance to watch it?
Did you? All I will say, so that we at least touch on it for this
Oh.
this month. Did you notice who was playing the barman?
No,
He's one of that.
I saw him, but I didn't recognise him.
Yeah, you wouldn't, because he's a lot older and he had a beard.
Ah.
But he's one of a very
It
small.
was Joshua.
He's a very small group of actors who have been in original Doctor Who and new Doctor
okay.
Who. You'd know him from his performance of the line, "No, not the mind probe."
Wow.
That's
okay.
Paul Jericho,
Oh wow! I saw his name in the credits. Yes.
the Castellan.
Yes. Oh, not the mind probe.
No, not the mind probe.
Oh my
So he's
god.
looking,
I mean,
so he's
how-
looking good nowadays, aren't you?
I mean, to be fair
well, he's
to
been
him,
probed since. You know.
we've been taking the mick out of that performance
It's amazing.
for 40 years.
Yeah.
And I don't hold it against
Yeah,
him,
5
because it's
Doctors,
like,
yeah.
how do you say a line like that?
No.
No, not the mind probe.
We'll deal with that in a minute when we do the improv section, Paul. We'll have a go at that in a minute.
So next week we have The Story in the Engine. Cardiff will be standing in for Lagos, Nigeria.
Of course, that's obvious.
Yeah. They're going to be leaning heavily into African folklore and the oral tradition of the spider tale, so the spider god Anansi, that sort of thing. If you don't like spiders, this one may not be for you. Worth reminding people, Nigeria, that's where 9 lost episodes of Doctor Who were found in 2013. So Nigeria does have a connection to the show.
So
the week after
Nigeria.
that, it's the FA Cup. No, it's Eurovision. No,
it's the Ryland one.
yeah.
Yeah.
If either of those things aren't your bag, then the Doctor and Belinda travel to the year 2925, where 40 million planets will be watching the Interstellar Song Contest.
And
Play
Graham
it, DJ.
Shit, yeah.
Show me
Sorry,
what you
Paul
got.
sent me a file earlier, and he said you've got to play this at some point in the show. So we're going to find out what it is now. Then, so let's find out what Paul's special file is.
The Doctor is back and now he's ready to play. Time travel and adventure are his forte. The Daleks are coming and they mean to slay, but the Doctor will save the day. Through time and space, he'll
Sounds like a fucking Eurovision.
to fix
I.e. not good.
Someone's been playing with Suno.
Maybe.
from time lords to human.
Slow build. It's a slow burn, this one, isn't
Well, I'll
it?
tell you what.
Gotta wait for it, though.
Wait for it.
Knows everything must end. The Doctor is back.
Yeah.
The Doctor is back.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put the full version at the end of the episode. What do you reckon to that? I think, yeah.
Yes. So Ryland Clark will be our hosts. Graham Norton finally gets to be in Doctor Who
Yeah,
properly.
officially, yeah.
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 You don't know. You might not remember this. So when Rose first aired,
They fucked up,
yeah,
basically.
they fucked up and they accidentally put Graham Norton on a hot mic for whatever it was that he was doing live that night.
I think it was I'll just solve a problem like Maria or something
Yes,
like
that's
that.
probably what it was.
Something else I wouldn't watch. Go on.
And so he broke through onto the transmission of the episode.
And he
Peoples
didn't
of
edit it
Earth,
out.
please attend carefully.
And he didn't edit
This
it-
was while it was live.
Yeah.
It was on the live transmission.
So Chris Eccleston's giving it all that. Oh yeah, I've just killed some fucking Autons with a big thing. Hello there, it's me, Dave Graham Norton. Oh, my program's on after the show. Like that in the middle of the thing while he's doing his fucking.
That's not racist at all.
Oh, it's not when it's
Graham
Irish.
Norton either.
I'm part Irish, mate. It's fine.
Expect more songs from Murray Gold, and also that night, the Doctor, or maybe the actor whose name is
Not what? Not really.
Thank you.
will be announcing the verdict from the British jury in Eurovision.
But will he do it as the Doctor? That's
Well,
the question.
that's the question.
I hope he does. Oh, I hope so.
After that, we will be moving on to the two-part finale. So that's Wish World and The Reality War. Now, not much has been revealed yet. The new issue of Doctor Who magazine doesn't have previews
Well,
of these two
all I know is
episodes.
if you like today's episode, you may like the finale. I'll say no more than
Yeah.
that from base things that I know.
Certainly expect to find out the truth behind Mrs. Flood,
Yeah,
who has been popping up once or twice or, well, every episode.
yeah.
And as with last year, excuse me, the finale can be seen on the big screen. So close, you can feel their fire. Check local listings for details.
4D.
Maybe. Both episodes will
Let's
be...
go and get drenched again.
Yes, like we did when
Yeah,
we went and
for
saw the
Batman,
Batman. Check the local listings. Both episodes will be in your local multiplex in the UK on the 31st of May. Except none of our family can go and see it. Well, yeah.
Why would you?
I'm working.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair dues.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't
Yeah,
know. Don't know
I
what days.
mean, we were in Egypt last time,
Yeah,
so
and
that's why we
gave you
missed
me
it.
VPN.
I
didn't
needed your VPN to see it live.
Yeah. My annual pass just
yeah.
ran out on that. I'm using the free one now.
Right.
Yeah.
We are doing yet another Doctor Who Graveyard Dead.
Oh God, who's gone now?
So the sad reality of a television show with the longevity of Doctor Who is that the creators involved with the show inevitably age and pass on to the great TV studio in the sky. Another legend from British television who left us recently is Jean Marsh.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot it was Gene Marsh. Yeah.
She was formerly married to the Doctor. She was
John
married to
Pertwee's
John
wife,
Pertwee.
yeah.
She appeared in 2 Doctor Who stories with William Hartnell. So
she was Sarah Kingdom.
She was Princess Joanna, sister of Richard the Lionheart in the Crusades. And then she was the Doctor's temporary companion, Sarah Kingdom, in the epic 12-part Daleks Master Plan.
Yeah.
She had a horrible death.
When you put this on the WhatsApp group, I did Google her and I went, oh yeah.
She's been in fucking
I can't
everything.
remember what was the big. I'm gonna have to do it now. While you
do it again, yeah. She's been in everything, mate.
Yeah, I'm about to go through a shitload of stuff that you probably know.
Go for it.
But
let's just remember she did return to Doctor Who, though.
Yeah, I was about to say. She also came back in the Arthurian-inspired classic final season adventure Battlefield as the Witch Queen Morgaine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was it. Yep.
Yeah, her genre credits include The Twilight Zone.
Ooh.
Yeah, The Saint, UFO.
Oh.
She was in the 90s.
Really odd as well.
She was in the 90s Tomorrow People.
Head.
She was also in films like Return to Oz.
Yeah, she was the scariest head.
And Willow.
Yeah. Willow, she was amazing in Willow.
But to most television viewers, certainly in the UK, she was known for creating and starring in Upstairs, Downstairs.
She created Upstairs, Downstairs? I did not know that.
Yes, she was one of the writers.
Fuck me.
I mean, she went on to create The House of Elliot as well, although she didn't act in that one. Yeah, that was what. But her appearances in Upstairs, Downstairs led to a number of guest appearances on popular American TV shows of the period.
Do you know where I first knew her from when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Fucking Ghost Hunter on CBBC.
Yeah.
G Marsh, that was the fucking shit when I was a lad. Ghost Hunter. The fucking theme tune was a belter.
She did return to the Who fold, reprising Sarah Kingdom for Adventures with Big Finish. Yeah, that was a bit of a crowbar job, admittedly, considering she was in like 6 episodes as Sarah Kingdom, this companion.
She's an official companion, but she didn't even last one serial. How can we make her a more official companion?
Yeah, well, I mean, there is basically a gap in the middle of the Daleks Master Plan where you can kind of crowbar stuff in, and that's what
you
they
can
did.
see literally today's episode. You can crowbar shit in anytime you want.
Oh,
if you
want to. Yeah. But so you know, a true legend of British television, and a body of work that remains for people to watch for years to come. Let's move on to the section that we're now referring to as Doug-to Who.
Yes.
Doug.
Yes, I've done my homework.
You've done some more homework.
I've done my homework. So the last time we spoke, I did what were they called?
Jodie's episodes.
Yeah, but the fuck off.
The Flux.
Flux.
Up to Flux.
I'm a Flux survivor. I got through that. And then we did the specials, which one of them I called Woke Furby episode.
Evil E.T.
No, I'm going with a Furby. That fucker's a Furby.
Yeah. Beep the Meep.
That's the one,
Beep the Meep. And crowbarring the Woking in that episode it felt violent.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a woke human being. I am surrounded by people all the time of all different kinds of sexualities, LGBTQ plus and the rest of it, and I honestly don't care. But wow, that was like, it felt like an after-school special on it. It was really, really crowbarred in.
This character's trans. This one's in a wheelchair. This one's fucking
This one's in a wheelchair that can stand up, which is something you don't see often.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's
there are people
really cool at it.
She was in today's episode.
Oh, lovely stuff. Because I've got a new customer called Babs.
What?
And Babs is in a wheelchair, but Babs can stand because he plays pool.
Yeah, that's something we watched recently. We watched Years and Years, and she's in that.
Yeah.
And we watched it because it's now on Netflix, and we watched every single episode. Bloody loved it. Yeah. And Russell Tovey was amazing.
I don't want to skip over Flux because
we did it last month.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
We spoke about it last month. This is twice now. You've forgotten about what we did. All right, Grandad. Yeah. Just believe us when we say you've said it before. We can fuck with him so hard. So we've done that, and then
it's called Dog-to Who, Paul. It's about a dog who travels in time in a blue doghouse.
Yeah, I know about dog houses.
That's why he was doing it himself earlier.
Right. And then we've got the one thing that did
Say
make
doghouse and look who comes running over.
H has come see us. When you guys were watching it the first time for the special, for Jodie Whittaker saying goodbye, and were you aware Tennant was coming back?
We were.
Was the general public?
Not really.
Yeah,
That would have been amazing. If you
an
hadn't
odd
spoiled
one.
it for me.
It was a worst kept secret.
So we'd been told that Ncuti was playing the new Doctor. We were told that he was going to be playing the Doctor moving forward, but also we know they've been filming with David for the 60th.
Okay.
So
when you say we, you like the fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
because I would have loved to have walked into that with not knowing, and then the first line.
I was never 100% sure. You see,
the first line that he says is, "I remember these teeth."
Yeah.
That made me actually laugh out loud and everything. I was like, "That's fucking hilarious."
Well, that's because to call back to his first line, new teeth. That's
new
weird.
Teeth, I remember these.
And then he does the what,
Yeah.
which was what he always did at the end of the season.
Because for me, I was, as I say, I kind of had an inkling she was going to turn into David. I kind of figured that one, but at the same time, it was like, well, okay, it could be just more stories with the 10th Doctor kind of thing. It's like, they did stuff with Doctors looking older. Like when they did Time Crash, for example, that was showing the 5th Doctor. He just looked older. This could have just been the 10th Doctor, just looking older.
When we had the Guardians of
the Edge,
of the Edge
this is my bit.
In Power of the Daleks.
This is my bit
Power of
about
the
Doctor Who.
Sorry, Doug. Sorry, Doug. But we was never 100% sure, but we had an inkling. But then
that would have been really nice to have got into and not.
It was a nice regeneration.
And having the what I call the Fat Thor moment. Because that was a very well kept secret.
Yeah.
They let other things go, but they didn't tell us about that.
Well, even like Ragnarok, the trailers never showed him without his eye, and then they did that in the film.
Also, my suspicions were true. Bonnie Langford, he's still fit.
Lonnie Bangford.
Oh, and then you guys gonna have to help me out here because I struggled with the regeneration of this feels different.
The bi-generation.
This feels different.
Yeah.
Pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like a cracker, and then it was weird, and it's a sci-fi show. It should be weird.
It's something new. It's
this
something
was
different.
A little bit because the fandom didn't want Tennant to go away so much they gave him a happy ending.
I beg your pardon.
All over his face, neck and chest. Yeah, but that's it, and I get it. And why was oh my God! Now I'm saying it, so you're gonna have to finish it off. So why was shooting?
Pardon? Gatois.
Thank you.
Not a real Doctor.
Shirts and underpants.
It's because the clothes got split between them.
Oh, if only I'd have figured that out.
Tennant's still got Tennant's got an undershirt and the waistcoat and the trousers.
Yeah. Didn't spot that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you wouldn't want him walking around bollock, would you?
That'd have been hilarious, though.
Yeah, because if you remember, this is obvious. This is a period when the Doctor's clothes are regenerating with the Doctor.
Yeah.
Which has happened before, and it will happen again. So that all sort of leans into that.
Yeah, because the Master when he
Well, the Master took Jodie's stuff, just was wearing Jodie's clothes.
Yeah.
So why didn't his clothes regenerate?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Anyway,
it's a whole thing.
That was
I'll tell you the real reason. Why Jodie's clothes changed when she turned into David, because Russell T Davies didn't want people seeing David Tennant wearing women's clothes and laughing at him. That's why. That's literally the real reason.
Probably it, yeah.
That's the real reason.
So that's as far as I've got now. So I've seen Mr. Godwar playing the Doctor.
Yes, you have, and that's. I think that's.
I'm interested to see where he takes it because it's like carte blanche. You get to do what you want with your Doctor.
He does.
It's like you can.
His Doctor is so
whatever
different.
You want,
yeah.
And you've seen all these other actors do it. Tennant is a favourite for most people. I liked Matt a lot.
Just purely because he's being just
brilliant.
Essentially an openly camp gay man. Essentially, he's that is a breath of fresh air for playing the Doctor, because he's talking to fellas going like, "Oh honey," blah blah blah. And all that. The Doctor's never done that before.
As much as people in this room, criticise every moment he rolls a tear, This is a doctor that is
He's in touch with his
He's
emotions.
in touch with his
yeah,
emotions.
I get it. But
And-
it doesn't need to be every episode, Paul. It's literally every episode.
I mean, basically, they've said, if that acting is a series of choices, that is the choice Shooty is making,
I know, but
As long
it's...
as
and you do not
as long
tell
as
an
he doesn't
actor
lose,
of his stature
Doctor
and
Who
ability to
has
do
also
something different.
got a badass streak to it.
Yeah.
So as long as he doesn't lose that, because nothing makes me happier, and I'll finish the sentence as well. You can't come here; it's protected. You know what's coming up by me.
Yeah.
The galaxy, everything but Earth. Fuck off, not happening.
Yeah.
He's the doorman.
Yeah.
Of
That
Earth.
that bit at the beginning, at the end of Matt's first episode,
Yeah.
where he confronts the Atraxid.
Doctor.
I'm
That bit,
Yo,
yeah.
I'm the doctor. Basically, run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do. They fuck
Yeah.
off.
I don't want that to go away. I
Oh,
don't. I
I'm
don't.
sorry, I'm getting confused with this whole Pandorica speech there over there. Sorry, yeah, but yeah, it's basically the same fucking thing. Let's be honest.
So
But yeah.
so that's my
Yeah.
essay
So
for my
so
homework.
so
That's it.
potentially by this time next month,
I'm gonna do so. I'm not gonna do all of the episodes
Well,
because
you
I don't. You might not
Just
believe
give him a
this.
chance.
I want to watch shit I want to watch as well
Yeah, man. Yeah,
in a
don't
month.
worry.
So and I'm doing and I've restarted House.
Take your time. You're not far off being up to date. Don't
That's
worry
it.
about
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. The moment I get up to date, this section goes away. So
Dr.
let
Sherlock
me do
Holmes.
one a week,
Yeah.
one a month.
Yeah.
So you're on, but anyway, you're on the church on Ruby Road next, a Christmas special,
Yay!
which are always.
You know I don't give a shit about Christmas.
Yeah.
Boring.
If it'll make you feel any better, you've
Boobs
got
in it.
Yolanda from EastEnders in it.
Yeah, you've got a lot to look forward
She's
to.
funny, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
she was in Lucky
She-
Day today.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to say it because I didn't want to spoil it. Right. We'll move on then, seeing as we're all done with the Doctor Who. We're going to move on to any other business. I haven't made a new sounder yet, so I'm not going to play it.
Okay.
But let's do, Mike from the future, put in the new sounder, please.
It's time to clean. It's time for any other business. One of the line, one of the scenes. We're asking ourselves now, what's this mean? It's time for any other business.
Thank you very much. Okay. Any other business used to be the bit where we talk about weird and wonderful things from around the world in any other business, which was the theme tune that you
AI
get.
ruined it. But you
Yeah.
got bored with that.
No, but you guys thought the music was creepy, and it was difficult to find funny news, to be honest with you. So now it's kind of just turned into a bit where I give these guys a line from a movie and tell them how to say it in weird ways, and we all laugh. So it's just like a little improv sketch thing. So this month, first things first, before you see the line and see the different prompts, who wants to go first?
I always go first.
Okay,
I
right.
don't
So
care.
Doug,
'Cause
obviously you know that we started off with just the standard, bog standard, regular, everyday reading of the line.
Okay.
The line this month is, I am serious and don't call me Shirley.
I am serious and don't call me Shirley.
Paul, give me some more.
I am serious and don't call me Shirley.
Doug, give me some more.
I'm serious. Don't call me Shirley.
Paul, you're chanting as a Gregorian monk.
I am serious and don't call me Shirley.
Doug, Doug, you're growing from a whisper to a scream, then a whisper again. Yep. It's just like eating chocolate in the pictures.
So whisper, scream, whisper. I am serious and don't call me Shirley.
Paul, you're translating it in real time from an alien language that only you can hear.
I am serious and don't call me Shirley.
Okay. Doug, it's a lullaby being sung to a ghost that refuses to sleep.
Gaspar.
A ghost that refuses to go to sleep.
Thank you can thank ChatGPT for the today ones, yeah.
I am being serious. Please don't call me Shirley.
You know, it's funny that we're doing this.
I mean X. Boo. All right, Paul. Next one is you're not quite sure if you're asleep or awake.
and don't call me Shirley.
Has he ever woke up and said that before? Oh, fair enough. All right, Doug, you're trying to order fast food in a country where you don't speak the language.
I am serious. Oh, fuck's sake. Don't call. No. Don't call me Shirley. Fucking give up. I'll just starve.
Do you know, before we move on, I've actually got a story with relating to that. So my dad went to Germany years ago with his mates, and they went to a chippy, and they all walked in, and they're all asking for various things about, like, they don't speak German or anything like that, but they're just trying to say, like, fish and chips. And the people who run it was a Chinese people who run this chippy in Germany. All right, so you've got like 2 language barriers to cross there, and
that's a wall.
Yeah,
third barrier.
Yeah,
that's a wall.
Germany famous for the walls. So
What? Anyway, it's only one.
Yeah.
It's a fucking good one.
Yeah. Them and the Chinese, they're the only people who worry about walls. So as I say, they're in there. And my dad's mate wants prawn crackers, and he's trying to say to him, he's like, no, I want prawn crackers. They're like big quavers. As if this Chinese woman in Germany is going to know what the fuck quavers are.
Yeah, you can't understand what you're saying first. Now you're just making it worse.
The big quavers, love. So yeah,
great, that.
Paul, your next one is you can't remember the meaning of the words that you're actually saying.
I am. Yes.
This is your future, Cav.
Don't.
You've got this.
Call.
Come on. You can do it. You can do
Shirley!
it. You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
And let's talk about the Flux episodes now. Doug, you're being erased from existence mid-sentence and they're desperately trying not to leave a trace on the universe.
I am being serious.
And Paul, you're trying to tell a funny story of something that happened, but you're laughing at the memory so much that you get lost in the laughter, and then you forget what the story actually was.
I am serious. Oh, don't call me Shirley.
Fair enough. All right, that's
I'm watching Police Squad at the moment.
Okay.
And so yeah, this is well in my wheelhouse at the moment.
Good. All right, so we've got 2 little improv sketchy moment things.
Do
for
it.
us, okay.
Oh,
Which one do we want to do first? We want to do 1 or 2 first? 2. Okay. So
Rebel.
you 2 are aliens. You're both pretending to be human. Okay. One of you works in a coffee shop, so whichever one of you wants to work in a coffee shop. So
one of us has a bit of experience in that. Give it the other one.
Yeah, I figured
Give it the other one.
when I wrote this one.
I'll work for a bank.
So Paul, that you're the customer who's coming in. You're coming to try and buy coffee, but you're both aliens, and you're not particularly doing a very good job of blending in. The issue is you don't know that the other one is also an alien. So try and order a coffee from him. Go.
Oh.
Greetings, fellow human.
Can I help you with things?
I would like to purchase a thing that you have here.
We have the hot brown.
Oh,
Is that what you call yourself?
You better believe it.
What is the hot brown?
It's hot brown wet. Good. Where's the bonk? Where's the?
It's at home.
Right, stop it.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I would like hot brown wet. What else do you have?
Cup or hand?
Pardon?
Would you like it in a cup or in your hand?
My hand?
It should go in your mouth for next time. Have that as a clip.
I think we'll leave that one there then.
That was the weirdest one yet.
next one.
Can the episode be called Hot Brown Wet, please?
Sure.
Goose. Duck brown wet.
Oh, brown and wet. All right. Next one. You're best friends at a funeral, and you both discover that the deceased died, owing you both money. You try to stay respectful, whilst also low-key confronting each other about what to do now. Go.
So sad about Mike, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't believe he's gone.
I mean, I don't mean sound selfish, like, but there was something we were supposed to do before he, went.
What?
Well,
What was he supposed to do?
Do you remember Amsterdam?
Yes.
And he fucking pissed it all up a while, hadn't he?
Yeah. I was there.
I know. But do you remember that big row of fucking whores?
Yeah.
Big row. And he was like, I want to try and break. You know what he was like? He's a prick when he's had a drink. And like, he fucking stoned out of his balls. And he's I'm gonna try and break the world record. Fucking yeah. Could you lend me some money? I was pissed, mate. I fucking did it.
You gave him money.
Yeah.
I gave him money.
On the same night.
Yes. Fuck.
You know he didn't even fucking do it.
Really?
Turns out, after all these years, gay.
I can assure you, no.
Oh, never mind.
I should have come back from the other.
There's that ghost you can't put to sleep.
I'm awake.
I mean, have you talked to any of his family about it?
What's to say? What, dude? He owes me 50. He owes me 120 quid.
120?
Yeah, how much you give him?
200.
320. Well, it would have been fucking euros, so it's fucking more.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dickhead. Honestly.
I mean, has anybody looked at the will? Is there a will? Is there anything?
He's not going to put in the will. He wants fucking money because there's a bunch of whores that he didn't fuck. Oh, P.S. I'm gay.
I mean, we're at the wake.
No, right, yeah,
We're
hear me out. I've
Right.
got a plan, right?
Okay.
There's all sorts of shit around here.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Just fucking get it on eBay.
Yes.
Yeah, right, so it's an open casket.
Yeah.
It's got his fucking jewellery on. Well, some of it, because I've already been. Don't check the left hand. It's been done. The rings have gone.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can get me money back one way or the other.
I mean, what about?
Why you just fuck? No, it doesn't matter. Sorry, losing my mind over this.
I know where you're coming from. It's just ridiculous. I mean, have you checked round his place?
Well, not really. He's full of his family and stuff. I mean, I'm only here because, well, I'm only here because I want the fucking money back. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna turn up really, but
Yeah, well,
I had to iron a shirt and everything. I don't fucking do that.
yeah, you do look a bit tidy.
Well, it is what it is. I know. Yeah, I know. But it is what it is.
I mean, if
What are you gonna do about it though? How
well,
are you getting
I mean,
your back end?
if there's still stuff in the casket, then I mean, if you can.
Just watch your back. Watch your back.
Hiya lads. It's me, Mike's dad.
Sorry about your loss, love.
That's all right, mate.
Yeah.
Just wanted to come and say hello. Make sure you're doing okay.
No,
Yeah.
How are you? How are you?
I'm
okay?
all right. It's just it's obviously a sad day. It's a very 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 difficult time. I just wanted to ask you guys a question first and foremost.
Of course.
Obviously, funerals are very expensive affair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Don't suppose you can lend us some money, could you? And see.
Are you gay?
Are you asking? There we go.
Oh boy.
All right.
Another weird one.
There we go. Yes. So yeah, there we go. That's some fun ones there. All right. That takes us through to the end of the show. Then, well, it's not the end of the show because we have one last little section that we do, don't we? It's called Beyond the 50-Foot Nerds, and this is where we do the Beyond the 50-Foot Nerds. We press the button and make the noise.
We're all out of news and topics for discussion. The show is spiraling out of control, and the audience are now in charge. You're Beyond the 50-Foot Nerds.
And go.
Oh, well, before we go,
Yeah.
I had a text message before the show.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah. Paul's wife decided to message me, and
Yeah, just to put it into a bit of context, Kath has discovered that ChatGPT is a fun thing to play with.
What have you done this time?
Wow. So she messaged me a ChatGPT link.
The action figure of me looks like you bought me on Wish.
Yeah, I look like the Munchkin.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yours was the closest. Yours was the
Mine was
closest.
the-
Yours
was
was
it?
the closest. Yeah.
No, I'll show you the one. That
But John Hollywood is a real person.
oh yeah, you've not
no.
seen. So I said so. She sent us through pictures of us as puppets. So I said the real task would be what if John Hollywood was a real boy? Oh. That's fucking Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Well, I've always maintained that.
Hang on, let's ask
I
him.
feel like he should be older.
Let's ask him. All right. John, yes. Someone hold my microphone at this moment. John. John, do you work on Asda on the side? Yes, I do. That's the price. Chink, chink. Ah! There we go.
Got a picture of you.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't take it. This is AI. It's this. Look.
That's a picture of a girl with a clown. It genuinely is.
I know, but I was doing it because they don't need to see what's actually
Oh,
happening.
okay. I thought you
Little
were
bit,
talking about
little bit of
Mike
theatre.
Oh, okay. Gigants, that's me.
Yeah. Is this like a mirror now? Is this what you think you look like? I mean, that's exactly what you look like.
Yes, that's exactly what I look like. There's no kind of Black Mirror shenanigans going on here. Well, crack. Imagine an episode of Black Mirror when I was the lead character.
All the time.
Amazing.
All the time.
Black Mirror meets
I
the
just
Muppet
realised
Show.
nowhere near the microphone. None of that's going to make any sense on the actual podcast. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to get a mic
Anyway,
stand.
yeah, Kath sent you some stuff.
I'm
today.
going to have to put John down now.
Put John
Oh,
down.
fucking no, you get me out for this and then put me back down again. Unbelievable. We're going to be talking about you in a sec, John, as well. So, that's how it is as a writer.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well.
Go on,
you
fuck off.
Get down there, John. Get under the table, too, John. That sounded weird. Right. So, what she sent me today was a link to a chat GPT suggestion that she sent to it. Okay, and she asked it, design a 50-foot Nerds tabletop game with lead characters Mike, Paul, and Doug, and the big bad is John Hollywood.
Right.
What? How dare you?
So, who's that? So, ChatGPT says, sure, here's a concept for a 50-foot Nerds tabletop game, blending humor, geek culture, and kaiju-style chaos.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Title, 50-foot Nerds, Clash of the Pop Culture Titans. Genre, tabletop RPG. Lightweight, comedic action with customizable characters and pop culture-based powers. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because there's a lot. But we'll just read you like the brief synopsis and about the characters. So the setting, a bizarre alternate Earth where a science fair accident has caused three nerdy friends, Mike, Paul, and Doug, to grow 50 feet tall. Now massive, they must defend Nerdvana City from an eager and maniacal villain threatening their fandoms, John Hollywood.
Is it Christmas? This feels like Christmas. Feels like a Christmas pod.
A sinister producer.
How
maybe
would
we'll
we
play
know?
it at
We
Christmas.
didn't do one last year.
Yeah, all right, it's coming, don't worry. A sinister producer intent on rebooting reality itself into a soulless, CGI-drenched cinematic universe. Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Shut up. The lead characters, PCs. All right, Mike, the Law Lord. Background, he's a dungeon master turned walking encyclopedia of obscure fantasy. My signature weapon is a foam sword of retcon. Paul, the techno titan. Background, an engineer and retro gamer with a bionic arm made of Game Boys. Anytime you want to work. His signature weapon is a Mega Blaster powered by a Raspberry Pi reactor. Alright. Anyway. And Doug is the cosplay Colossus. Background, you're a costume maker and prop master who channels any character he dresses as. And your signature weapon is a transforming multi-purpose foam hammer. One of your powers, though, is costume swap. You temporarily gain the powers based on what outfits you wear. For example, Jedi, Batman, or Sailor Moon.
All right.
And now I know you have a lightsaber.
Just
I've seen you in a Batman mask.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Sure.
just as long as he shaves his legs.
Well, yeah. And finally, the big bad is John Hollywood, as we said. Background: he's a once great filmmaker, still great, you bastard. All right, corrupted by focus groups and executive meddling. He wants to reboot Nerdvana into his own soulless cinematic empire. His appearance: he's a suit-wearing kaiju with a director's microphone and lens flare eyes. An example mission is episode 3, the Battle of Streaming Pass Summit. Mike, Paul, and Doug must battle their way through a giant pop culture convention center, being rebranded by John Hollywood as IPCon. Every floor is littered is a corrupted fandom zone, and John's minions, such as the Recastinator and the Sequelizer, guard the exits. What the fuck? Yeah, and then I've got this as well, which I assume was supposed to be like the box cover.
I want this. I want the. That's cool as fuck. Yeah. I want the snake start eating its tail now. You've got homework. Right? So I want you to ask ChatGPT to come up with the imagery of all 3 of those characters with those words.
All right, there we go.
I want that Game Boy arm so bad. That's going to look amazing.
Oh, he's got his Game Boy arm on the picture? Did you
no,
not
but
see
like get it so it's...
Oh, okay.
And like maybe...
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, it's a spitting image of him.
It just says Game Boy on a fucking square.
It's a Pip-Boy with Game Boy written on the side.
It's not an arm made of Game Boys. That is a Game Boy.
That's a Pip-Boy with Game Boy written on the side.
That's a toaster. That's what that is.
Yeah, but
do one manga, and then do one like comic book Marvel style.
Remember the descriptions, okay? So that was Paul with his Game Boy arm, yeah. That's me with my foam sword. That's my foam sword of fucking justice or whatever it is, okay? And then that's you.
Okay.
Ultraman. You're Ultraman with a pig nose.
Fair.
And then that's John, obviously.
No mustache.
And then I know. And then I don't know who this is. Fucking medieval Elmo down in the corner, like, but still, yeah. He's enjoying himself at the Fantas 1 castle. So yeah, and the Tech Oratin and streaming pass what's there. So yeah, interesting, but yeah, I'd play that game.
Of course you would. You're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So I mean, yes. Yeah, so Kath, you came with stuff. So that's
coming
good.
Soon to Gen Con.
There we go. So no, it's a Warring Con. Yeah. There you go.
Warring Con.
Yeah, we still need to do that. Make notes. Okay. Have we got any questions from the audience then? Jay, you usually come loaded to bear, don't you? Go on.
Do it.
Do it now.
Do it. Come on. Come on.
Heroes or villains played by the same actors, but a different one of their characters. For example, Will Smith, played in Men in Black, played as his character, Fresh Prince.
Okay, so basically an actor playing a role as another role that they've previously played, essentially. Okay, so if okay, so all right, okay, yeah, but the same characterization.
I've got one.
I've got one. So basically, like if he was playing Muhammad Ali as Agent J from Men in Black, kind of thing. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Makes sense. All right. So
so for example, the one I immediately think of is do you remember the film Condor Man?
Vaguely, yeah.
Starred Michael Crawford.
Yeah.
Michael Crawford. He basically stars as Michael Crawford it's a Disney film. He plays a comic book artist who's created this Condor Man character, and then he basically makes Condor Man real.
Yeah.
You know,
becomes a superhero.
I don't know what Condor Man's like, so I want to see him with.
So I'm thinking Frank Spencer as Condor Man.
Okay.
But what about Condor Man with that one? Would that work, or is he just a mean guy, or?
I will find a picture for you though.
I mean, Condor Man doesn't even sound like it's in colour, mate.
You got one for yourself? Okay. Well, go on. While these are thinking, then what's yours, Jay?
Mine is Tim Curry.
Oh yes.
Bellboy in Home Alone 2.
Yes.
As
Okay, so Tim Curry's the guy from.
He's getting on the on the list, mate. Chasing a little boy around a hotel, dressed like that. What?
Yeah. How do you do? Have you got enough towels in your room?
That's cool.
Rocky Horror's 50 years old.
So are you. You keep saying it like it's a bad thing.
Fucking amazing. Yeah. Oh my god, fucking.
Right. Taron Egerton
Okay.
in Kingsman,
Okay.
but played by Taron Egerton in The Rocket Man.
Or how about Eddie the Eagle?
No, I just said mine. You can have yours. I didn't want to use Eddie the Eagle.
To be fair, yeah, Taron Egerton as Eddie the Eagle in Kingsman would have been better. He's just like the entire time walking around like that. I'm a secret agent. I'm gonna ski down the hill and it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, that would be cool. For me, the one that immediately came to mind would be, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna go full on, all in. We're gonna do Robert Downey Jr. as Kirk Lazarus from Tropic Thunder.
Right.
As Iron Man. But he wants to be War Machine. I'm just a dude, dressed as another dude, disguised as another dude, in a suit of armor belonging to another dude.
You win. You win. That one wins.
I told you, if we're going in for
That
it.
was brilliant.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you guys as well.
Go on,
I've
then.
not even come up with my own answer, and I feel really bad about it. Right, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Heroes in a Half Shell.
Turtle Power.
Thank
There
you.
go. So we all know what I'm talking about. The ooze that turns them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They come across some more ooze, and it turns them into humans.
No, it doesn't. It accentuated their mutation when it happened.
Who's the cast?
Oh, okay. So the Teenage Turtles become live action.
Yes.
Who are we playing? Okay. If time is no
It's
factor,
not. Time's not a factor, and martial arts skill is also not a factor.
Michelangelo played by a Bill and Ted era Keanu Reeves.
Whoa.
Oh my God! I'm totally human now. Oh,
Dude.
yeah. I don't know about
Raphael's got to
Raphael.
be a bit hard. Raphael.
It depends if we're going
Oh,
classic
no.
89 Turtles Raphael, who's a bit more wisecracky, or if we're going standard Raphael, fucking brooding dickhead. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
'Cause otherwise, it'd be Jason fucking Statham, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Me and Casey Jones are having a fucking scrap,
I'm
mate.
thinking 80s Christian Slater would have been a good Raph probably.
Possibly, yeah. There's no wrong answers.
Do you know what?
I just fucking made it up.
Purely, I don't see it any other way. I can't actually see it in my head. But late 80s, early 90s, Corey Feldman as Donatello, because he fucking played Donatello.
Yeah.
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 He voiced him, didn't he?
That's gonna be messing with your head.
And then, just to fuck with people even more, Johnny Knoxville as Leonardo, because he did it already. So
That's cheating.
I know that's
Fresh ideas.
No, okay.
If you want somebody
if we're gonna
really nerdy for Leo, I'd go with. I suppose it's because he's done a relatively nerdy character recently. Ki Kwan.
He'd be great. He'd be good.
Ki Kwan as Leo.
Okay.
He'd be Donnie.
You
He'd be
think?
Donnie all day long, because as much as he's played that. Yeah, he's played that character like fucking 100 times. He does it well. He's literally Donatello does machines.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Dirty bastard. So, speaking of which, have you seen the advert for Josh's most recent sponsor on Movie Timelines?
I have not. No.
So, yeah, you might want to check that out. The sponsor is, put it this way, Josh's sponsor, he has to blur their entire website when he does the advert.
What?
Because
How's
what
the
they
advertising?
sell.
How's he selling it for him then?
All he tells us describes what the items are and how they are used. If you want to buy one, you can go to the website and look it up yourself. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so going back to the Ninja Turtles of it all then. Okay, so let's see.
So you got your Mikey.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. You've got your Donatello.
Okay.
Leonardo.
Leo.
Leader.
Leonardo.
And if you do want to keep it to the 80s, then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
not.
gonna
I'm
say
not.
Charlie Sheen.
Oh yeah.
No, Charlie Sheen's Raph. Charlie Sheen's Raph all day long.
Brat packing it is a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
idea.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, I just use them.
Kiefer.
I just use them
Kiefer.
guys. They're already
Kiefer.
ready. You all know each other. They're all ready. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Kiefer.
Yeah. There you go. Kiefer's Leo. Charlie Sheen's Raph. Sorted.
Very cool.
So it's basically Young Guns with turtles.
And also because we're not using him, are we? I was going to say, and also partly Lost Boys because we're bringing Corey Feldman in. But no, yeah, no, all right, cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so we got our we got our live action
What do I
late
win?
80s, early 90s
do I win?
Ninja Turtles.
What do I win?
What you win?
I'll give you a fucking question. Go for the win.
Oh
No games this week, so I brought a question.
Oh, sorry. I've got no prize.
Wow.
I'll speak to Josh and see if I can get you one of his items that he sells.
I'm a grown up. What is it?
It's let me see. I think I can't remember the link that he sent us. Let
Fuck
me
off.
find
You
it.
know it off by
Sent you
heart.
the link.
No, I genuinely don't. Let me find.
Oh, he sent you the
No,
link.
not me. He put it in our group chat. Let me find it here. It's just there's been a lot of messages because two of the patrons have gone to a gig this weekend. So there's loads of messages and photos of them out and about. I'm trying to find this website.
So on his visual medium, they're having to blur it out and sell their products.
Yeah,
That's fucked up. Man.
it's
That doesn't make
incredible.
Any sense at all?
No, where is it? I can't find it. Do you know what? I'll probably just have to go to his video and find it out. Or may
Oh no,
actually-
I will need to watch
Hold on.
the
Just
video.
tell me what it is.
It's hold on. I think is it? Oh, there we go. It's where is it? Oh damn it! I've only
This better be something better than a vibrator.
no.
now,
Well,
otherwise I'm out.
it's a sex doll, basically.
A full doll.
You can sell. They
fucking
sell
weird,
full dolls. They sell just torsos with areas.
Oh,
and things
somebody
like
needs to
that.
talk to me about that. Why the fuck would
Well-
you just have a torso?
Well, on the website we were looking at it. We were looking at the
It's a
various
sex
things.
doll.
But there's
Serial
also
Have
killer.
sex
But
with.
there's also on the website naughty stories that involve the characters that the sex dolls are based
Is it
around.
one of them where you with the torso one that you get like the first bit for like $15.99? It's dead cheap, and then you have to wait 6 weeks.
Nah, it's
get
not a
the
part.
fucking
It's
legs.
not a part where.
And then you've got to keep going and going and going
It's not a part where, mate.
until in 3.5 years you paint
I-
the pubes on it.
I was
If
looking
you're
at
into
this.
that kind of thing.
I was looking at this website and I was reading the stories that they put on there, and they're either terribly AI generated or they're translated from another language. Because I found this segment, and I'll read it to you, and you'll see it's clearly what the fucking hell. Who wrote this? So, the seductive vagina was white and red, and the crystal love liquid was constantly exuding from the love hole. I inserted it from the back and felt the ring with friction. She rubbed the testicles with one hand and said, "We are in animal posture, but we don't want it to go by too quickly." My Scarlet once again was having fun, and soon after I erupted with passionate pleasure, and she had an orgasm. We looked at each other and smiled. It's all safe. Goose. Well, I'm rock hard. That's one way to end the episode.
That sounds like a normal night for you then.
Well,
That was
on that bombshell,
On that
let's
bombshell.
leave that there then. Yeah. No, I didn't write that. If I'd have written it, Goose should have been in there, trust me. But once again, Doug, thank you for having us here at Geek Retreat. We fucking love coming here. And I believe we're not the only people that you've got doing stuff here.
yes, that is very true. So where's the? Let me just grab something. One sec.
Yeah. That's okay. It's a good thing I'm on the ball with this, mate. Ah, okay.
So during Pride Week, because obviously Geek Street Warrington is always like LGBTQ friendly. We're proud all year. We've got I've actually have a live comedy show, and all the proceeds are going to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, and it is there's going to be a few acts on. We've got a compare. I've met her. She's amazing. When I was asking her about her show, she just slipped into character straight away.
Oh,
Telling me
really?
all about it, yeah. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. She is. we have got babysitters for this and everything, so that me and my missus can come to it
Nice.
and actually be here for it. So it's going to start.
Oh, so she doesn't come to our shows, but she'll come to that. Oh, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, she keeps kicking off every time you.
Yeah.
you
To be
say
fair, though, every time she's here, she just keeps shouting Monsters Inc. for some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to start at 8 o'clock. So we are going to shut down Geek Retreat Warrington completely, so that you can have all this. We're going to do it much like we do it here. We reckon we can get about 40 people in here for that one.
Yeah.
It's a tenner a ticket, and it's going to be a massive laugh. I'm looking forward to this one in a big way, because just like you guys, I'm just a yes man. Do you like podcasts? Yeah. Can we do one in your shop? Sure.
That was basically the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, to be fair, when these guys came and he said 50-foot nuts, I actually knew who they were.
Yeah.
Which was really
It
weird.
was a weird conversation. I
It
literally
was.
walked in and was like,
'Cause
you're
I'm-
Mike. I'm like, yes, I am.
I'm a TSD fan and still am, whereas other people have stopped listening to them.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
I still listen to them now. But yeah, so this is going to be a wonderful evening. We're literally hosting it. We're doing nothing else. We might sell some pop, but that's about it. We're just doing it for the charity, because whichever venue they had has let them down.
Oh.
So that's why. But it was the wonderful thing is it was the community that said, "Why don't you go see Doug?"
Yeah, because he's the man.
It's true. I am.
You the
It is,
man!
It is true. So that was really cool. So I'm really, really happy.
If you're around on the 14th of June, 8 p.m, and you want to come down, get your laugh on, get your geek on, get down here. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it will. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited for it.
You got anything else coming up that you want to mention? Any pre-releases, Goosh?
Do you know what? All my releases are pre. You know this. Pre-release wise, we have got the next big one is for Magic the Gathering, and it is a crossover IP again, and it is Final Fantasy.
Oh,
if you guys want this stuff, you will have to pre-order it soon, because
now when you say
we
Final
are
Fantasy, is it Final Fantasy 7 release?
it's a load
just
of them all
across the
together.
board.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If it was 7's particular, then I'd be interested.
With these IP ones, they're a little bit more expensive. With this one, I shit you not, somebody broke the record in here with a ticket sale of 585 quid yesterday.
Fuck me.
Yes, I did, because it was 585. I said, what do you want? He said, I just want to do my pre-orders. I've already done them with CAF. I said, no, what do you want? You have me for the night.
Yeah.
I'm yours. 585 quid. You taking the piss? Absolute legend. So yeah, so if people want it, they need to pre-order it, because on pre-release day, I will have very little left to sell.
Of course.
And it will sell in a matter of hours. All of it, every last bit. So that's the one that we're really excited about now. With Pokemon as well, with Destined Rivals, because that is the Team Rocket.
I've seen the thing on it
she's all
before.
coming back. Again, I did my pre-orders for that one. I can't sell any more on pre-order, and I will have nothing else left to go on the shelf.
I seen your thing that you posted up with the Eevee thing the other day, the Eevee bag or sort of pouch or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
it was,
2 hours.
That was funny. That
2 hours that went.
Bloody hell,
All of
man.
it. The moment I put it on, we start the clock in here. We start the clock in here for two things. One is to see how long it's all going to sell out, and the other one is whoever's in here at the time. We say it's either the first customer, second customer, or the third customer who hasn't read it or has read it and are pushing the luck. Can I get more than one? Can we make that one?
Yeah.
I've got a sick kid. You know, that kind of stuff, and it happens
He's
all the
boss.
time.
He's sick.
Oh,
This
he's
kid.
sick, bro. You
Yeah.
want to see him, mate? All right.
Oh, mate, look at me sick kid.
He's awesome, mate.
Hey, mate, dickhead.
But yeah, so because we're trying to stop the scalpers, because
Yeah.
I put out the call, put it onto Facebook so that my guys see it and my guys get it, instead of.
I mean, how many times have we been
Send it
here
out.
and people just come in, just ask us, like, you got any Pokemon cards? So
Oh,
you can tell that
honestly, it's so bad at the minute. Distribution issues everywhere at the minute for that company. But anyway, that's it for us. Anyway, so by the time, in fact, next month.
Yeah, we'll be doing a show before that.
We're gonna do a show, and then I'm going on holiday.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have more than 2 days off together.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell, innit?
Who are you, and what have you done with the real dog?
I got bullied into going on holiday with my family.
Bullied into.
Nah, I didn't really. My old man really wanted to do it. My old man paid for it. What am I going to do? I'm not going to say no to him. He's a fucking legend. I love him to pieces. So that's what we're doing. We're going to Cumbria in a caravan. Me, all my kids. There's loads of them. We need another caravan. And my mum and my dad and my missus as well. So it's going to be lovely. But that will be the week after the next show.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. That's it.
All right, okay. You got anything you want to pimp? You've got your show coming out tomorrow on the Snipsy.
Yeah,
YouTube.
so I'll share that on the socials, and that my episode of 5 Films is out tomorrow. So by the time this airs, and I'm recording a thing this week with another podcast, which I'll talk about next month. Yes, I'm
never mentioned that.
Yeah.
See how it is.
Yeah. Because I don't know when that's gonna drop, but that recording that this week.
All right.
So
Well, I don't have anything.
I'll talk about that next week.
I don't have anything to pimp myself or anything like that. So.
You have such a boring life.
I know it's dreadful. To be honest,
terrible.
To be fair, I don't do anything, do I? I watch films and I come here and talk about them with you. That's it. That's all I do. But yeah, no. Or like I play games and then just lose track of what I'm doing. Like I was playing Spider-Man the other night because I've had a bit of a stressful week. So I thought, you know what, I'm putting Spider-Man back on and just swinging around the city, and I just got lost in that. It was great. To be honest, loved it. Anyways. That's everything. Yeah. So, if you like what we do, Patreon, we got the Facebook, we got all the things. Yeah, that's everything. I can't think of. No, there's not else that we need to do. So for this,
very quickly, while we've been on, we have actually had a message on our WhatsApp.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Amara says hi.
I miss you, Mara.
Yeah. Okay. So until next month, then. Yeah, I have been. I've had my hand up that guy's arse quite a fair bit this evening.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
I've accidentally been cosplaying as John Cena.
No, you're not. I've been able to see you the whole time.
Yeah.
Put it on this morning and went.
Fair enough.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you're a bad guy now. Right, until next month then, everyone take it easy and geek the fuck out.
Woo!
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not give the podcast a subscribe? You can find us on all major platforms, including Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and YouTube. Also, all of our episodes are archived over at 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS. If you really like us, then why not sign up to our Patreon service? It's a virtual tip jar starting at just $1 per month. As a patron, you get early access and extended episodes, video episodes, and more. You can sign up now over at patreon.com/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS. You can find us on social media too. Why not drop us a follow over on Facebook, Instagram, or check out John Hollywood's TikTok account over at Real John Hollywood, all one word. We have merchandise too. T-shirts, posters, stickers, and more. And you can buy all of those over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. Email us your questions, comments, and improv suggestions to 50footnerds@gmail.com. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS@gmail.com. If you want to see us in person, then tickets to all of our live shows can be found at ticketsource.co.uk/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS. All of these links and more can be found on our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS. And don't forget, you can visit Doug anytime at Geek Retreat in Warrington. Tell him the nerds sent you.
The Doctor is back and now he's ready to play. Time travel and adventure are his forte. The Daleks are coming and they mean to slay, but the Doctor will save the day. Through time and space, he'll travel again to fix the mistakes of his past and make amends. From Time Lords to humans, they're all his friends. But even the Doctor knows everything must end. The Doctor is back. The Doctor is grow old. The doctor is back. The doctor is back. The doctor is back. The doctor is back. The TARDIS is waiting with a brand new crew, aliens and humans, and you can join them too. The master is scheming and it feels like deja vu. The doctor will save us all, it's true. So grab your sonic screwdriver and let's go to the edge of time, where only the brave dare to roam.